right, this is gonna be this is definitely gonna be one of those streams. But what is up, all my fellow weebs and weebettes? It is I, Anime Alex, with my co-host Dragonoid.
Bro, I'm
Uh,
telling you, when we get into a party, you just gotta start streaming immediately, bro. Whether I'm going on fucking rants about fucking Final Fantasy or whatchamacallit, it's always peak
uh,
when me and you go back me and you go back and forth. There's
yeah,
always something stupid.
yeah. Welcome to this. Yeah, welcome to the midnight Final Fantasy 14 talk, where we're just gonna be talking and bullshitting and going back and forth because for some reason Tay and I are just racking heads, racking our heads of like what
Nah,
we
bro,
want.
he's super fucking entrenched into the ideology that fucking all tanks must have a AoE
uh,
mitigation
oh my
for
god.
no fucking
We
reason.
all right, all right, all right. Okay.
But it's
Well,
okay. It's
I
okay.
get. I guess without further ado, what we are going to be doing on this live stream is we're just going to be separating the classes, and we're going to be talking over the classes of what we want to see change about them in 8.0. This whole stream came because we were our this whole stream came to because we were just talking back and forth
Shooting the
between
shit, yeah.
between class homogenization, seeing that some of the more veteran players just you know they don't really like how all the classes feel the same. uh TLDR, I guess, we are both pretty new to the game, only a couple of months in, and we have picked up on some stuff. We've even looked back to how the game was in the olden days, back in like Heaven's Ward
Yeah.
and stuff. And uh we just have like some ideas of what we could do with classes going forward. Just
Like a little wish
differentiate,
list.
yeah, a little wish list of adjustments to see like have with in between classes, or maybe like just spitballing ideas of what we could give to these classes for the next 10 levels. Without further ado, let's start with tanks, which was like what we were talking about for the last 10
Oh yeah.
hours. Not 10 hours, 2 hours.
Ooh, I think it's been 3 at this point.
Yeah, about three.
But nah, yeah, you're right.
Honestly, it feels like 10 hours. All
But
right.
then who's going to for?
First, Dark Knight. Okay, so we
I think Dark Knight's probably like as we were like agreed upon earlier. I think it's one of the better.
one of the better designed tanks. I mean, for me, I don't
Uh,
really play Dark Knight, but I know Tay plays Dark Knight, so he can give a lot more insight than I
I think
can.
like if as we were talking about earlier, bro, if they're not gonna like dig deep into the idea like certain fucking dungeons or certain instances are like better for certain classes, then there's like no point of like Dark Knight, because like half of Dark Knight's mitigations are like MP based, or like not MP,
Magical.
they're magical. Their resistances
Mm,
are just like straight magical. So it's like if they're not gonna go like dig deep into that point, it's
yeah,
like all right.
okay, so resistances honestly don't really matter for most of like the resistance
Oh hell
split
no.
doesn't really matter for most of the time. Although I do know that most AoE like raid damage is magical resistance. Like if there is a casting timer, it's magical damage. Usually physical damage is like cleaves and just them auto attacking you. But
Yeah.
or physical attacks are also like when the yellow markers are there. But it's kind of like, as a tank player, it doesn't really matter, because I feel like it doesn't really matter for your resistances, because most of the time you're just gonna be dodging those like attacks anyways, and like the things that you just
Yeah.
can't dodge, it's like, all right, you're pretty much not going to get chunked that much, or you're not really going to be in a precarious position, mainly because your healer, if they're good, or
The problem
if
is
your
like
healer's doing what they should be doing, then like you should never be in that,
yeah, it couldn't be in
that
that situation.
yeah, you shouldn't be
The main
in that
rotation where your
position.
mitigations are used is like ultimates and stuff like that. Because like
Yeah.
their regular like cleaves and stuff like that are like fucking insane.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
even their
yeah.
regular hits are like pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah, like definitely. definitely when it comes to ultimates, that is where things just kind of go hella out the window. Like,
You need to actually like really start
yeah,
using your shit, like fucking getting your combos right and stuff like that.
exactly. That's where that comes into play. But I mean, as
So,
right now, like the whole generalistic kit of Dark Knight, like you are basically your invuln is you basically resurrecting yourself. That's very unique to Dark Knight. I think Dark Knight has some really good AoEs, probably some of the best AoEs out of all of the tanks.
yeah.
The only thing I would probably want to see of Dark Knight would just be more MP based attacks. I already know that they have a lot of MP based attacks, but I feel like we could really play around more with just having Dark Knight have just having attacks that do damage based on their maximum amount of health or like strength level. And
The problem with that is like you have to balance their already because they already have like a lot, as you said, like that they have a lot, but you have to balance it out because like if you do the level 100 rotation right now for Dark Knight, you only able to get like like 3 or 4
of your spells
of
in.
your yeah before you just run
Mm,
out. Like
okay, then I guess the issue would be that would be like, okay, so what spells we get? Now I do like wait, pause. I actually do like how Dark Knight low key is a little bit of a summoner because you have the shadow clone. Maybe we can do more of that, but I know some people want a necromancer type class, but honestly, I feel as if Dark Knight and or Reaper could just kind of fill that void. Obviously, we'll get to Reaper like later down the line, but maybe we can go a little bit more harder into the summoning aspect of Dark Knight. I think that's pretty unique. I like
because
what's your take?
it's not a summoner though. Like
What
the shadow that you summon is like your abyssal form from like it's pretty much the darkness that you take in because you're literally like just like freaking like some
or
weeaboo shit. Like you're literally just using the darkness that's in the abyss that
but
stares back at you
yeah,
to fight.
okay, but besides the lore aspect of it, like the shadow does damage, doesn't it not?
Yes,
So
yeah. It's like what
you're
would you?
basically a little summoner. Like obviously you're not like summoner. Hey, I have like all these pets I can summon. You're more like ninja. You summon like one thing, and then that one thing does
It does
damage.
every single thing that you do.
Yeah.
It mimics all of your abilities. So like, oh
Mm.
fuck,
Oh, what?
oh
Wait. Yo. Okay. So we either give uh okay, so follow me on this. Follow me on this. We
if you
give
say a fucking dot,
no,
if you say a fucking dot,
no, not a dot, not a dot. Oh my god. Um, dang. Now you just got, bro. You got
because
me so.
you're gonna say a
No,
fucking dot, a dot
no,
was on your mind, bro.
no. A dot was not on my mind. Holy shit. I'm trying to get my train of thought back before I was rudely interrupted, sir. No. What we should do is we should give when Dark Knight levels up maybe what 106 maybe I feel like 110 like when you get to 110 in 8.0 like you should probably have something more relevant. So I would probably say here, let's say 108. Let's say you level up to 108. You should get a new trait, and it should be one of your shadow clones. It should basically give it. Uh, it should buff your shadow clones to the point where you can have 2 charges on your shadow clones.
It still wouldn't work. The shadow clone mimics all the skills and, like attacks that you do. So like if your shit's off GCD, like you summoning another one just wouldn't make much sense.
I guess I get. Well, it was mainly so when that shadow clone disappears, you can summon the next one without having to wait on the
Do what?
GCD on the GCD for it. But
You just do auto attacks? Like what?
no,
Because you,
no,
you have no
no,
skills.
no. When the first clone disappears, you already have another clone loaded up
Yeah, and then you use it, and
to
then
copy.
yeah, are you gonna use it? Or are you gonna keep the charge?
No, like or you just use both charges and then you basically it copies all the moves double time. I don't know. I
Be fucking
I
insane. No, you do more, bro. You do more damage than fucking Gunbreaker at that point. Nigga is chatting.
all right, all right, all right, all right. Maybe not that, maybe not that, but shit, something to do with the clone. I want something to do with clone. Maybe just have it to where when the clone disappears, it just blows up in an AOE bomb, just like
I
something
mean,
like that.
I,
No,
I don't
no,
think
no,
that.
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
it
no, no,
needs
no.
anything.
The clone blows up and gives a dot to everyone around it.
Like, nigga, what the fuck has happened?
Well, I feel like Dark Knight could just lean more into the shadow clone aspect. Oh, congratulations for your stitches out, Cairo. No, but like the Dark Knight's clone, like the Dark Knight, when leveling up to 110, we should just lean more into the clone and summoning aspect, or the shadow aspect of the Dark Knight. Or we could give Dark Knight maybe not a shadow clone, but like a shadow monster that he could just summon, and it's like and I don't know, he does like some ultimate attack with that, something like
I
that.
don't hate it. I don't hate
Like
it. Like
I feel like we should turn him into tank summoner. Only instead of summoning primals, he's just summoning the darkness. Like he's like kind of like
uh
like a pseudo necromancer class. I
I could see like us doing more with your abyssal form, or like not your abyssal form, like your abyssal shadow or whatever.
mhm.
I could see us doing that because like, that's like the only evidence you could really lean more into. But it's gonna be really hard because it's really just there to copy the skills that you do.
No, I know the shadow is there to copy the skills that you do, so we just create another shadowy like attack. We create
Attack like a
like
monster.
yeah, like we can summon a shadow monster that could be like an ultimate kind of like how summoner has Bahamut as like a huge attack, so we could literally give Dark Knight a huge attack with like a shadow beast when they basically charge up their enough like darkness. Obviously they have attacks where you MP, like you can recover MP from kind of like MP vampire stuff. So I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is you do enough damage with shadows to like build up the darkness, and then you use that darkness on like an ultimate attack of summoning like a gigantic beast that does damage,
I
maybe in an AoE, so it attacks like
I
everything.
see what you're doing, but it would have to be like I'm using the darkness or I'm using the gauge that I already have right now to use an attack that mimics a beast because it can't like you cannot summon a beast from the abyss. It just wouldn't make sense lore wise
Okay,
because
okay,
like
okay.
we don't like the Dark Knight as a whole is like it's like the fallen hero in a way, like the unsung hero, where you're pretty much staring at the abyss and trying to siphon off like a bit of its power to protect your loved ones. You're not really using anything from the abyss. Like you're not tapping into the abyssal power to control the abyss. Like if you catch my drift in a way,
Actually,
like
no,
that'd be
wait, nah,
fucking insane.
that would be too much. Nah, dude, that you know what would be cool. Okay, okay, you could scratch the like the dark monster aspect, but you could also probably put it as Dark Knight stabs his sword in the ground and then just erupts a whole bunch of like shadow blades in an AoE like around him.
Where do you do that?
For oh damn, you are, well, yeah, I guess you are right with the AoE he already
No,
has.
not even
I
just that. Like where you stab into the ground and like, the claws come out. No. There's another
yeah.
one where you literally just like you fucking you spin around in a circle
Yeah, no,
and you
that's the
release
one that
like
I'm talking about. When
oh
you
that one.
spin,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, no, like when you reminded me of the circle spin, yeah, that you are right. Yeah, no, I mean that pretty much just comes back. I guess we're just cycling back to just having Dark Knight just summon more stuff out of the abyss, really. Because
At that point, then you really can't like one. It's like it'd be really hard to like because it's already hard enough to try to differentiate the abyss from the underworld, and then if you're ever gonna add like if you're ever gonna add a necromancer class later on, it's already like hard enough. Where it's like, okay, well now you have a class that's like
but
it's like
that's the
summoning
but
shit from
yeah,
fucking
but that's the
abyss.
thing. I honestly really don't think we need a necromancer class. We have Dark Knight. Just turn Dark Knight into the necromancer. Like just turn Dark Knight into a necromancy tank. Like you already siphon off from the abyss. You summon shadow. You summon a shadow clone of yourself. So you summon shadow tendril. You summon shadow hands. So I don't know. Have it to where we summon a shadow stand that does like a huge
I could get
attack.
behind I could get behind the idea like, hey yo, when you use your
Yo,
shadow form, your abyssal form, you're able to like combine yourselves with it, and then you get like an entirely new hotbar, and you're able to do shit. But
oh
that would
no
literally
no
just
no
turn you
no
into
no 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 no
Reaper.
no no. Oh yeah, damn, you right.
It would turn you direct. It turn you directly to
Reaper.
Reaper in
Yeah,
Shroud.
Reaper does have the stand. Crap.
Yeah. No,
Then
that's not. It's not a stand.
no
Well, yeah.
no.
Well, yeah, it is a
I
stand.
call, yeah. I
Yeah.
could. It is. It's definitely a stand.
Is it, no, no, no,
Okay.
wait. Okay. It's
Um. hmm.
it's a stand, but it's like it's not a stand because like it comes out when you use its attacks. Like fucking like fucking the abyssal shadow is way closer to a stand because it mimics your moves, it does everything that you do. It's like that.
Okay, that's
It's a
fair.
full body apparition.
Then. Okay.
The problem is if you want to lean more into the abyss, you're really stepping really close to what Reaper does. Like Reaper already does what what I was thinking of, where it's like you combine with your shadow and you get an entirely different new set. Reaper already does
Uh,
that with Enshroud.
but then it's all like, then like I said, then why don't we just leave it as summons?
The problem is like at that point, like how would you really go about summoning with Dark Knight?
I mean, you just kind of similar to summoner. You just summon things just for an attack. I mean, I guess you can like summon, well, because you already have your shadow clone, and that's already like a static in kind of NPC that mimics off your moves. So we could summon. Uh, trying to
Like how
think.
would that fit? I would even like fit
I
into
don't
your
know.
kit too. It's
Ah,
like
nah. You know it'd be beast summoning like a black dragon, like a shadow dragon that just breathes like shadow fire.
you stab your sword into the ground and it's like it dyes the ground black and then it
Yeah, you
fucking
just summon. You
dragon
just
mouth
summon.
comes up.
I guess spoiler alert for fucking One Piece. You just summon Loki out the ground. You just summon
Bro,
Loki
I
out the.
mean shit.
But no, but I mean that would be cool. It would kind of harken back to Heaven's Ward a little bit, but then I don't know. Then I feel like summoners would be like, "You're just summoning Black Bahamut."
Yeah, I mean
uh,
it's just like one, it's like you gotta figure out is there anything in the abyss too, bro? Like what the fuck you
yeah,
summoning in there?
true. I guess
It's like
I don't know. I don't know, but that's kind of the way I would probably take Dark Knight, would be just make them more of a summoning tank. I don't know what you can summon out the abyss. I don't know what more we could do with uh our shadow clones. but I feel like there's something there, right? And
Yeah.
Dark Knight already is the second highest damaging tank, and I would lean more into just differentiating how you do your damage compared to Gunbreaker, because I feel like the issue here with Dark Knight is Gunbreaker kind of just does your job better. Maybe not kinda, they just do your
Wait,
job better.
what does?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's just
wait.
no, not
I zoned out
kinda.
for
They
2 seconds. I zoned out for 2 seconds. Who are we talking about?
no, no,
We're still talking about Dark Knight.
no, yeah, no, no, no. We're still talking about Dark Knight. I'm just saying Gunbreak, like Dark Knight does the second highest damage out the tanks, right? Now, yes, the
Yeah.
tanks damage are very close into each other, but the issue becomes Gunbreaker just does your job better.
The thing
So,
about Dark Knight is that it's one of those classes where it has a lot of utility, a decent amount of negation, pretty decent damage, and it's just an all around class. It's all around class. It doesn't do anything that's like super major. It doesn't do anything that's super weak. It's just it's literally a backup tank, like unironically.
yeah, but yeah, and I get that, but that's why I say like we should just focus more on like the summoning aspect because at least it's doing something different. Or hey, F it, bro, give Dark Knight a res. Let
Fuck
them res.
off! What is up with you? It's either res damage buff or fucking like or goddamn like shut up! Holy shit! Like,
Yeah,
what is
okay,
up with
that
you
was
with
just
fucking
no, no, no. I was just joking on that one. I was just rage baiting on that one.
like
But
you rage bait so fucking hard.
uh, I
Hey,
mean, hey, dude.
Jesus
you
Christ!
just pass you just pass your living dead to like your DPS that's about dead because they're just running into every single mechanic in the game. Here, dude, take some darkness to
The
res you.
problem
So
here is to do anything that has to do with the fucking abyss, you would need like besides even lore wise, well, the first step is like lore wise. You would have to dig deeper into the lore.
hmm
The lore of Dark Knight is just like a forsaken fucking knight. It's literally a forsaken paladin.
yeah.
Like that's it. It just turns to the darkness because of obviously the stereotypical like fucking nobleman and this like stuff and a third. So it's like you can't really make a reasonable assumption that this motherfucker explored the abyss or like anything like that and started pulling shit
Uh,
from it. That'd be fucking insane.
then my other thing would be maybe something to do kind of similar to how Bard has I forgot that one attack or that one ability. It refreshes. I think it's Trap Jaw, Lockjaw. Nah, not Lockjaw. Like, it's an ability that refreshes your dots. So I would probably say, hey,
Oh,
just give Dark Knight maybe a second dot or something, or maybe give it like an ability that refreshes its dot or refreshes its shadow, so the shadow can last
it,
longer on field.
the problem is it doesn't need to, okay. The shadow gets used with your opener or not, yeah, with your opener.
Yeah.
So you don't need another one because if you refresh your shadow, you have no abilities up. It's just simple as that. Like you having a second shadow doesn't really do anything for you.
Then I don't know. Probably just give it another.
I mean, yeah, we just don't need to touch him. We just don't need to touch him. We can't touch
Get
him. They
all
made him
right.
perfect, like unironically.
I okay. All right. I mean, for me, I just say I would just have them lean more into like a summoner,
If
or
I was gonna
maybe
do
like
anything,
do a
I was gonna do,
okay. You
if I was gonna do anything, I would say you need to give. I would say give more range of motion the to the
oh
shadow.
oh, or maybe we could just give him more range damage attacks. So he's
Yeah,
like kind of like a range tank kind
yeah. I think more.
yeah,
I think
like
that'd be good.
maybe because I know Dark Side is basically Zangetsuga Tensho. Maybe we give him like the double Zangetsuga Tensho.
Just a
Like,
range gets a good
yeah.
Tensho. Fuck off.
I mean, Darkseid. That's basically what Darkseid is.
No, okay. So there's the slash Getsuga Tensho, and then
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there's the Pierce.
Yeah,
The
no.
Pierce the Pierce
Okay,
is the range. The slash is like it's you need to be you need to be like pretty close to them to hit that shit, or it won't even go off.
Maybe we can do an AOE like area of effect damage that goes far. Maybe if that's too far, then we come up with maybe like a range, like not a ranged 1, 2, 3, but like a whole range combo that can happen.
Nah, you're stepping on Paladin's toes.
Paladin ain't
Paladin's
range. Like, yeah, sure
are you? No, 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 no,
you
no, no.
have holy, but like,
You're talking about range. You're talking about range damage.
yeah, I'm talking about range damage.
I'll show you. I'll show you Paladin's fucking combo after this, brother. Paladin's entire opener is range. Its entire opener is range, by the way. Entire opener. Every single bit of it. It's opener. The short form of Paladins is Paladin shit. You can do Paladin short form combo, like opener combo, like 30-second burst combo from range. Like the entirety of it. You don't mean like I mean like long range, by the way. I mean like range.
Okay, then
Like it's
then literally then what purpose does Dark Knight serve? Like,
it's just a general purpose. It's just general purpose.
A general purpose. Like, he's just jack of all trades, master of none. He has a little bit of
Yeah.
everything. All right.
He has really good damage. He has like he's the opposite of Paladin in a way, where Paladin does fucking
So
what Paladin does
he has vampire. So he has vampiric self sustain. So he's kind of like warrior. He's a DPS focused tank like Gunbreaker, and he has a little bit of range spells like Paladin, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No. Dark Knight has a skill that can be used at range, but it's not really good range, and you can only use it like twice because it's a part of your your MP abilities. So it's like you never use it for range. So
when in doubt, you just give him another. Oh, anyways, that's. And with all that being said, we're moving on to the next tank because we spent like a long time talking about Dark Knight. Gunbreaker, honestly, I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet on this one. I think Gunbreaker is perfect. Like, we really don't need.
I don't think there's anything.
Like, we really don't need to change Gunbreaker other than just giving him more attacks that do damage. Hell, maybe we don't even need to really give him attacks. Here, crazy idea. We just give Gunbreaker like traits that basically up the damage of his 1, 2, 3 combo, like kind of similar to Machinist, how your 1, 2, 3 combo basically levels up to heated. Like, slug shot goes to heated slug shot, and split shot goes to heated split shot, clean shot goes to heated split shot. We just do that with like brutal shell and
make the 1-2-3 combo faster.
Make the 1, 2, 3
like an actual sword.
I mean, I'd say just make the 1, 2, 3. Just give it a buff. Just make the 1, 2, 3 combo hit harder.
Nah, I don't think it needs to hit harder.
I mean, I feel like
At that point, you get inflation because then they have to up the damage for the DPS to keep up with the whatchamacallit.
I mean, okay. Then because I'm trying to think like what can we really do? Because I'm thinking to myself, I don't really think Gunbreaker needs any more attacks. Like, you have a shit ton of attacks with Gunbreaker. Like, what
you're
more
a sword user.
Yes, what more do we need? So the only thing that we can really go into is just traits that already enhance the damage and capabilities of the stuff that we already have. What?
Yeah, but you don't want it to be too crazy. That's the also thing you don't want it
to. Like, okay, you know what sounds crazy? All right, a trait that gives us 2 danger zone or 2 blast zones.
No, because you can't stack dots.
That's not the dot. The dot is Sonic
Oh, oh,
Strike.
oh,
I'm
oh.
talking about Blast Zone. Two blast
I mean,
zone, like
okay.
two blast zones, all right, or two bolt shocks.
I mean, that's not
Like
like a crazy. That's not a crazy idea,
so
honestly.
basically you're kind of like you're kind of like machinist and you have the checks, but it's just your checks for
I mean, it wouldn't be
Gunbreaker.
doing anything though. It's like
Oh my
it would just be
god.
another ability to hit into
Oh
your
my
GCD.
god, bro. Oh, holy crap. That no mercy combo going stupid with two blast zones.
What the fuck?
Like two blast zones or two bolt strikes.
Is
That
this
shit
not a
going.
fucking whatchamacallit?
What?
Uh,
Not what?
uh, um, uh, con- collective unconscious. Is it not like an AOE orb?
It is an AoE. It is AoE. But
Every
anyways,
time I press it, it just disappears. What the fuck?
yeah, no, because it's just AoE for right then. Anyways, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Fucking because I'm just like thinking of Gunbreaker of what we could buff in its kit. Like I honestly don't think Gnashing Fang continuation combo needs a buff. Rain of the Beast is okay. Letter, right?
Yeah, if you give it any more OGCDs, it's gonna become too powerful.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, like if we give it any more OGCDs, like you basically break the number one rule of tank of most of your damage is OGCDs. So that comes the only option is we give it traits to enhance its 1, 2, 3 combo to do more damage. Or maybe not do more damage, but increase the potency of its secondary effects. Kind of like how Brutal Shell gives you a shield, right? Maybe we
Mhm.
can up the shield health so you have more survivability a little bit, mainly to offset the power creep of level 100 to 10, like level 100 to 110. Uh,
Um,
like that's a thing. Uh,
I guess.
you can't really buff the third part in the combo other than doing more damage because the third part in the combo is just to get you 1 gauge. So the first like keen edge to start it, and then I forgot the last name in the combo. So I guess
Just make the combo faster so that you're able to fit your entire. If anything, I would just increase No Mercy by like 10 more seconds, so you're able to fit your
like
second.
no mercy plus, just so you can increase the time limit of no mercy. All right, fuck it, I'll take it. All right,
So
anyway,
because you want to be able to fit fucking your second whatchamacallit in there, your second continuation combo, because you can't fit it in now.
yeah.
So I think like that's the only thing that they can actually add to it.
All right, Paladin's next. All right, so for Pally, we talked about this in
Give it a damage boost, bro. Just give it a damage boost.
in detail. All right.
That's nigga.
Tay doesn't want to give it a damage boost. Okay, understandable. Yeah, like that would make
Fuck. What?
that would make Paladin like hands down probably the best
Oh,
tank. So the only other things we could do with Paladin is I, for one, said it should lean more into doing just off healer stuff, kind of like Red Mage. But I guess I got a news flash that Paladin does ranged damage attacks.
oh, where you at right now? Oh,
What?
you're in a different world, are you?
Yeah, I'm in Aether. I'm not even on.
So,
I'll get on. I don't know. I'll get on tomorrow because this is gonna take all my time. I'll be
I was gonna
tired.
show you the combo, but yeah, it's the Paladin's all AO, Paladin's all range. Every
Okay.
single bit of his range.
All arranged then. I mean,
He-
the only things I could really say for Paladin is either give it a little bit more healing, like an AoE hot, but then you said that the shields already give.
Hmm.
like give healing.
It gives a 400%
So
potency heal on when you pop the shield immediately,
so
and then it
then
gives you a shield that goes based off of your HP.
I would probably
Everybody.
just give it more like probably more AoE like attacks or like more like a more ranged attack. Also, what's your dot? Like what's
All
your
of
dot on Paladin?
pretty much the exact same thing as this. What is it? Shockwave or whatever it's called?
Like
Static shock,
Sonic?
something like.
No, but
Yeah.
I was just wondering what the name of it was called.
Scorned Earth, something like that.
Uh, mm,
Sacred. Hold on, let me check again. Let me check real quick. But no. We don't need more AOE. We don't need more AOE. All my stores do AOE.
okay, then I guess just more
Circle of Scorn.
maybe
What's
just more
called?
ranged attack then.
No, I don't need any more range, bro. I can literally shoot my AOE from across the map. Like my swords literally go across the map. Like I wish I was joking.
Okay. Yeah, then I mean then it really just comes down to just give give Paladin, I guess, more healing capabilities. Because, like, when you think of Paladin, like you're like a magical knight that use holy magic to also like heal in attack. You already have holy as an AOE attack, so I guess you would lean more into kind of like a mini white mage in a sense,
But
maybe. I don't want to say like an Asuna. I don't want to say like okay, you get like kind of an Asuna thing. Uh
you can already do that though. That's the problem, and you don't really want to do that. Like the game is already centered around the idea that fucking healers are healers and tanks are tanks. It's like the only time you're ever gonna clemency, only time you're ever gonna clemency is like in like rare situations where fucking whatchamacallit dies. So like having you waste a GCD just to heal the team is not really worth it.
oh yeah, no. I definitely agree with that.
So like, you
Uh
don't really need any more skills
mm,
because you already have okay. So you have four special abilities that you're able to transfer to other people. You have clemency, that's a straight heal. You have divine veil, that's a percent HP shield plus a 40% proficiency heal flat off. Then you have that one ability. You have cover, which makes it so that you're able to take the damage that another person would take onto yourself. And then you have intervention, which gives a 10% mitigation to the enemy, to your teammate, and heals them, and gives another 10% on top of that. So and then and you add budgets on top of that. This is broken. Like you pretty much already have like a mini support fucking build, bro. Like
yeah, I mean the only which kind of cycles back to the only thing that you could support harder would be giving a damage
I
boost.
know, but my God, bro.
But that'd be a little too much. That'd be a little too much.
It'll be a must pick. It'll be your main tank.
Uh I mean it's already pretty much the main tank. Like in
Like
a
I mean, like definitively, no question. If you're picking anything else, you're getting kicked.
okay.
Because the only way to make it meaningful will have to be 5%. If you do 5%, then you pretty much have a 30% fucking you pretty much have a 30% damage buff on the boss every fucking like what is it 30 seconds or whatever. Like that's fucking insane, bro. Like, you're insane. Like that's just insane. Like they would never do that shit. That's why I said it's easier to just to give them a mitigation.
oh dude. You know what I thought? They could do something.
Or shield abilities, more shield
Yeah.
abilities.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely agree with more shield abilities. I think that'd be decent. So you're kind of like a small sheep barrier type.
Yeah.
You're like a mini barrier healer, but besides that, I also thought maybe you could do something similar to White Mage with their lilies and have like make this kind of AoE bomb, but taking too much. Maybe that's just taking too much away from white mage. So yeah, I'd probably just say more shield buffs. Uh, a shield buff that breaks that gives a damage boost, so it's not like an on
Oh,
demand. So
no. When I said shield, I didn't mean heal shield. I mean my actual shield in my hand. It's like
okay,
the
all
actual
right,
shield in my hand.
all right, yeah, yeah, okay. But what shield
They were.
ability would you give?
That's the bigger question because like you already have
Like
passive arms skill, and you already have fucking
a shield throw,
shield throw,
but
and
your
then you
shield throw
have
is to pull, so it's kind of like lightning shot.
yeah, and like I don't really know. I mean, like you could give me
Uh,
another minute, and it's like you put your shield out in front of you, and it's like
mm,
you're static with it, so you block more.
I think you should have an ability that you say Avengers assemble and then you start running in the back line.
Like,
uh hmm.
or it could be like you could sacrifice your shield, and then like a fucking magical shield would show up behind everybody, and they would take like less damage.
uh
Because like the shield would go to them,
or
and you would
or
lose it, so you took more damage.
or oh wait. No. A shield that like you use your shield, right? And
Hmm.
basically you absorb, like, you still take damage, but you absorb a portion of the damage that you take, and then it gives you like a damage boost.
No, you'd be broken, bro. You'd be too broken.
I said it just gives you a damage
Yeah,
boost.
yeah, yeah. You. Yes, you'd
I,
be too broken, bro.
no, I don't think that.
Because my nigga, okay. It'd be something like this. It'd be something like this. You would pretty much pop that ability
Mhm.
before like a tank buster. It would
Yeah.
pop your shield or whatever.
Oh, okay,
Then you get a
okay,
damage
okay,
boost,
okay,
and it
okay.
like
Maybe
yeah.
not. Okay, maybe not a portion of the damage,
Wait, wait,
considering
wait, wait,
tank
wait. It'd be
busters.
black as night. It would be black as night. It would be
Okay,
black as night.
okay. Yeah, nah. Then we are stealing from Dark Knight's Blackest Night. So no, no. So do we just give it the whitest night? Like, or no,
Literally.
not the whitest night, the whitest day. You take like a portion of the damage, and then it just does an AOE like burst heal to
I
everyone.
mean, shit. I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, nah, we do the opposite. So if the Blackest Night is you take damage and then you do like an AoE damaging attack, you should do an AoE heal attack. So you take it, then you heal everyone, including yourself, for a bit. And maybe it's like a little bit of a burst, and then at the back end is like 5 seconds of a hot to get
I mean, I vibe
to,
with it.
to get them through. Uh yeah, I mean that would pretty dope. Maybe and I mm, that would probably be like the only like shield stuff that I could really assume for Paladin. But all right, I I guess
It's like,
that is our idea. The whitest day for
like that was not crazy. You know why he's
the
dead.
whitest day. It does sound crazy.
No, no, bro. That'd be too funny. But like it could be because Dark Knights they come from the like knights and stuff being like lore wise it could make sense. It could make sense. It could make sense.
Hey, that's
Like
what I'm
like fucking
saying.
Darkest Night just like it's just like fucking stolen from Paladin or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, or just do stuff more with like holy and the white magic. Like, I think that could be definitely an interesting avenue. But
If
any,
the things that are more likely to happen is more shield abilities. They lean more into the shield and having it function or two, it would give you a better mitigation. Because Passage of Arms is broken as fuck. I think it's 20%, and then the 15% tackle on top of it. So I think it's like 35% fucking
Does Paladin have
HP.
any? Does Paladin have any movement abilities?
It has one. It actually has one of the best movement abilities because it does damage. So unlike pretty much every other class, every other tank class, your movement does damage. So you actually use your movement in your combo
I mean, the
to
only
do
other thing I
damage.
could say is like you could toss your shield to a teammate, but then you're pretty much just copying Heart of
Already
Corundum.
do that
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay,
pretty much. That's what intervention is.
yeah,
Pretty much, you shoot your shield to the
then
other person.
TLDR for Paladin, either just the inverse of the Blackest Night, only just for healing and just more healing and shield abilities. For me, I definitely think that Paladin should lean more into just being an off support similar to Red Mage, uh, because that's pretty much its identity is more like, and it's just
Mm.
more helpful, while the other tanks could just be more selfish in a way, and it, the only buffs that they give is just mitigations.
The
While
problem with that is, once again, we're going back to the thing. It's like you're basing a GCD to do
oh
something
yeah,
that a healer should be doing.
then okay. So if you're wasting a GCD, then the only other thing to really say is just have have it on an off on an OG, like have a healing. Like you should have a main healing attack, or not attack, a main heal on GCD, and then and like an O GCD heal.
Ye- I mean, yeah, but there's still like it's still like a downtime. Like when you use abilities,
Or
like on even if it's not on OGCD, it still has like an animation shit where you can't cast anything.
or we could have like an OGCD that's just a little AoE attack that also deals healing on the back end.
So
Uh
pretty much Divine Veil, where it heals you for a little bit, and it also gives you a big ass shield.
I guess, cuz the way I think is like it'd be the same if we just gave another mitigation. If we gave another mitigation, then you're just wasting a GCD on it.
No, because like it. The thing about those is that the only time that you ever want to use a wide range.
You cut
That's the
out.
only time you. That's the only time you would ever want to use a wide range mitigation is when you know you're about to stop attacking.
Mm.
So like you're not really wasting a GCD by giving you another mitigation because
Oh
you're
no,
not going to
wait,
be attacking.
okay. Cut all that noise. You know it'd be clean? Like having
Mm.
Paladin summoning down like angels and stuff.
Okay,
It-
okay. I was thinking about this shit earlier. Oh, bro, you got to get back in. You got to get back into the game. I got to show you this shit. I got to show you because for Scholar, I turn into an angel pretty much.
okay. All right. If we're stepping on Scholar's toes, then
No,
okay.
no, no, no. So I was gonna say that white mage, because it's like obviously like white mage should be an actual angel. Like you should be able to turn into an angel. Scholar should be like, because your Fae turns into a Seraph, you could be like, okay, you're able to borrow some of the power from the Seraph, who is a
Okay.
pet of an
Okay.
angel. You're
Here
able to turn yourself into an angel.
we'll get to that when we get to the healers. But I guess we'll just leave Paladin as just more mitigation, more healing. Just do more support stuff. No res
Pretty much
though.
just
No res though.
yeah.
But yeah, just
Just stick with the sacred sword shit that we were talking about earlier. You have a sword, you put it on the floor, like sacred soil or whatever, and then people can run through it and then get like a fucking whatchamacallit. And then if you use it in tandem with your passage of arms, it gives like a giant buff where you take 50% less damage while you're inside of it.
yeah, true.
I think that'd be really cool. And the which is more likely to happen. They're just gonna give you more damage abilities, not damage abilities, shield abilities,
Yeah,
shield skills.
yeah. All right,
Problem is, I don't know what that'd be.
warrior. I mean, like, what can we really do with warrior? Just make it give them more self healing. I don't know. Warrior is just such a hard one to change.
He doesn't need more healing. I would if I didn't do anything. The problem is you can't give him rage, so you can't give him more. You can't give him whatchamacallit because he already has rage. And you can't give him like the whole get big and get swole like Hulk and shit because he already has that where he's able to increase his maximum HP by 10% by using an ability. Um, I don't know. I don't know what you would do. They've already really covered the avenues that I thought about. Oh, mm,
Mm, okay, so what we doing? What we doing for Warrior? I'll let you take center stage because you've been playing Warrior. I have no idea.
I have no fucking idea. Like I don't really know what you would do because so the thing about a berserker is like it's always rage, get big, get angry, do more damage. They already have all of that. You
Yeah.
already have all those skills. You have every single one of those skills already in the game. So
Nah,
it's like,
nah. We just hmm.
what would you do at that point? 240.
Yo, wait. Wait. It'd be clean. You you give them a skill that you can use only after using your invuln, right? So you use your invuln, and then you use the skill, and then you just go like Super Saiyan like after it, just to do a little bit more damage in that time.
I mean, okay, I would. Okay, yeah, you use because you're in bone. Okay, it would be really cool if you turned into if you play Elden Ring.
No, I actually don't play.
Fuck. Okay, so there's a character in Elden Ring that's I think it's like I think his name's Godfrey, whatever. But he's like fucking when you fight him the second time, he's like covered in blood. Like he has like no shirt on. Like he's literally like fucking almost like really like fucking naked. But he's pretty much like a berserker. He runs at you with his arms and he fucking like puts the beaters on your fucking ass. It'd be really cool if once you use the invuln ability, you pretty much drop everything. You drop your axe, you lose like your fucking shirt or whatever, and you just start wailing. Like you just start wailing while you're in the fucking phase. But it'd be really weird because then you have to pick up your axe and put on a new shirt. But I don't know you do that.
Uh,
But you can do some shit like that. Other than that, no, you can't do
uh,
anything with that character. Like as a whole.
yeah.
A new sword. I don't feel like bidding 20K though.
I guess, yeah. I guess
I knew at least.
Warrior is literally just like, hey, dog. I heard you like more healing, so let me put more healing inside your more healing.
Then at that point, it's because we're done. Then you pretty much become white mage.
Yeah. Yeah. So recap: Dark Knight. It's just either we lean more into summoning or we lean more into ranged attacks, but then Paladin has ranged attacks, so I guess
Mm.
Dark Knight we just lean more into summoning, right? Either lean more into summoning, maybe
You could, but you have to do some lore shit.
yeah, we either lean more into summoning, but we have to tie it to lore, or maybe we can give it another uh dot like OG like a dot OGCD to weave in and out.
The problem
But
is it already has one when you
yeah, I
use
know
when you
it.
use
I
Salted
know it
Earth.
already. I know it already has one. But
Yeah, no, I mean like you can reproc Salted Earth.
okay. Then yeah, then
Yeah,
just lean more into like uh just summoning aspect. Maybe a little bit more into like sacrifice aspect. But I kind of think that's what warrior should do. So for now, summoning aspect, gunbreaker perfect. All you have to do is just give it traits that already boost its 1-2-3 combo.
Yeah, I think no mercy.
Oh
Increase
yeah,
no mercy's time.
or do something that increases no mercy's time limit. Either or, like
Yeah,
which either one comes first. I think that would be fine. Paladin, give it more supporting. Via mitigation, indoor healing, and maybe give Paladin some more ranged attacks. Either with the shield or just with spells or just more shield stuff in general.
you're insane. You fucking. I need to show you a video, bro, because this is like the funniest in the world. You're telling it's like telling a sniper that they need more range. It's
Hey,
like I don't
okay. If
know,
there,
bro. I can
and
take them
then
across the map.
if there is just enough range, then it's just mainly healing and
It's just shield. It's just
mitigation
shield.
and just shield stuff.
It's gonna be mitigation and shield. Mitigation and shield.
Mm.
If you're gonna add anything to paladin, it needs to be more shield skills that are actually like shield skills that are thematically correct and make sense. Or if we're talking about the sword and the sword in the ground, like Excalibur, anything like those type of
Yeah,
mitigations.
that
Everything else is fucking
and then
kaput because you
also
don't need more heals.
make sure you put the whitest day in Paladin. That I think that's a must. That's a must. And then for Warrior, just maybe allow them to maybe give them a debuff. Maybe give them a skill that makes themselves like take more damage, but then is like deal more damage.
That'd be cool.
And then at the end of it, they just get like a burst heal to refund all the damage that they took.
Ooh, that would that would that's like giving them two Evones.
Two
Bones.
invones.
That's what you pretty much.
Well, I mean, obviously, you would have to do it for like almost like full health, because if you do it for half health, you're just gonna kill yourself. Like,
Yeah, but like if we're combining it with like, but a good fucking whatchamacallit will understand how to use that shit like an Enron.
okay, I guess fair. All right. Here, how about we give them another healing, but we also give them a buff that allows them to take more damage, right? And they take more damage, but in the more damage, they take more damage from attacks, but they get basically more damage, or they're able to deal more damage. So when that ends, they're able to just press their heal ability to try to refund. So it just puts you into a cycle of use that attack, use that buff, use your rotation, at the end of it heal back.
Um, yeah,
So that
I
way
agree.
you're more of a berserker. Um the
The
only
problem is
it
you
the,
can't increase him too much. He can't go from like
yeah, yeah.
he has to stay at fourth. Like he can't go farther. Like okay, he has to stay at fourth place in damage,
Mm.
and then like when he's doing that shit, oh fuck me, ah damn it, I'm confused. He might go to like third, but he cannot go any higher, or else he'll be like a prime
I
pick.
mean, yeah, it's just a small buff. It's not to something too crazy, and even the debuff isn't like a huge debuff. Like what you just take maybe 3% to 4% more damage. Like just something really minuscule that's just out the way. But it's like
Ooh, God.
enough, and it's enough to give you like more damage. And we're talking about this for like higher level content up to 110. So like you're like all of these classes are going to need more damage somewhere to keep up with the power creep. So
I mean, they're already gonna come back and like give them traits that increase all of their damage,
yeah.
stuff like that. That where they need where they feel that it needs to be fixed.
All right.
It's like,
That was the tanks. That literally basically took an hour to talk about tanks. So time for DPS. Oh lord.
Which
Starting with
ones?
starting with Reaper.
Oh, whew.
Whew.
What's the animation? Okay,
Uh
for
all
Reaper,
right. Mhm. You need to do damage.
uh,
Like Reaper just doesn't
y-
do damage.
yeah, increasing his damage, I think, is like the main goal.
But
The thing with
how do we
Reaper,
do it?
oh, just give it like a flat increase to damage. Like, oh yeah, like X does this amount of damage. Like they have now with traits, where it's like, oh yeah, these 5 skills get increased once you hit this level. I think that'd be cool. Cause like so Reaper actually has it has a 2 minute burst.
Mhm.
It's a 2 minute burst and a 1 minute burst. Well, as an opener burst and a 2 minute burst, and they're all very strong. So you can't really fucking increase it too much, or else you're gonna be looking at like a prime pick for doing like copious amounts of damage in like 2 seconds.
Um, maybe something to do with your stand, like your like the Reaper you just spawn.
The problem is if you try to do that, like Reaper's entire thing is built upon Enshroud. So like you do making it so that it's based off of what the fuck? Why is this so cool now? If you make it so that it's based off of it's Reaper, it's Grim Reaper, whatever. I mean, it could work. Like you just can't give it another ability. You just can't give it another ability. It has too many abilities.
So basically, traits to just buff its damage.
Yeah, like if you see a Reaper do its combo, it's like actually fucking insane. Like there's a lot of shit going on. They don't need more skills.
I guess. Maybe. Ooh, wait. What about kind of like a skill similar? Okay, maybe now we're just stepping on Samurai's toes. I was gonna say maybe a skill similar to Samurai where it heals you after doing damage, but maybe we should just that Samurai.
That'd be pretty insane because it's Reaper's already a fast attacking person.
Yeah, yeah, you are right. Okay. Yeah, then just traits that boost its damaging attacks. Dragoon.
I don't play Dragoon, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know Giza's the only one that plays Dragoon. I mean, from what I see, what I know, Dragoon's pretty good, so it just kind of comes down to buffing its like already attacks with other traits. I mean, you already have battle litany, and then you can increase critical hit damage like in an AoE for your team. So I feel like due to the amount of raid buffs that you have with Dragoon, we can't really give it that much more damage. Maybe we can give Dragoon more movement options so you can flow in and out of combat more.
Yeah, I
But
think giving it the ability, like if it goes in the air, so
mm,
oh, I think that'd be
uh,
pretty cool.
mm, feel like, dude, I'm trying to think of like Final Fantasy VII, like one of Sid's limit breaks, and maybe we could try to something with Dragoon with that. Hmm.
Man, I don't play the class, and it's gonna take a while for me to actually play that class, so I can't really give my input that much.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Dragoon is kind of like the only thing I would give to Dragoon is maybe a little bit more movement. I mean, it already has a lot of movement as it is, but I do feel like that's just kind of on brand for Dragoon's class. It's just, it's a movement based class. You play the DP, it's a melee DPS, you play it. just so you can freely move throughout the battlefield. You could get in, you could get out. You have raid buffs. You do like middle of the packed damage, and I think that's pretty fair of it.
Yeah.
For Monk. Monk. Okay, so I know a lot of people that I've seen are a little bit mad that Monk basically is more simplified because Monk used to be like the hardest melee class. I still think it is probably the hardest melee class, but they just don't like the simplification of it. I mean, Monk. What can we really give to Monk? I mean, it's already one of the top most damaging classes. So, like, what do we do? Just give him more skills?
I mean,
Like I don't know.
quality of life shot, I assume. It's one of the things where it's like you have to really play the class to understand like what it would need because like Monk as itself seems like it has everything that it needs in its kit. So to figure out
Yeah.
what it wants, it's like you'd have to be like it has to be like some quality of life shit that only the people who really
But
like need it
but
know.
what quality of life would it?
It could be anything. I don't fucking know. I don't play with this.
Mm, yeah, that's fair. Monk is one of those classes. Yeah, Monk is actually the class that none of us play. That and
Never
Samurai.
noticed it.
But I mean, yeah, I feel like Monk is in a good spot. All you have to do is just either give it more traits or just give it more quality of life. If you want to make it more complex, I guess what you could do is give Monk the ability of having multiple like combos and you just interchanging like let's say you have a one two three,
Scarce
like let's say you have a 1 2 3, let's say you have like something crazy like 3 1 2 3 combos, right? But within these three
Mhm.
1 2 3 combos you can mix and match different attacks within the combos, and then whatever you get like this ultra hit on the fourth hit of whatever combination. uh I don't
Mm-mm-mm.
know, but it's something that could make Monk pretty fun because like the issue it becomes with Monk is why play Monk when you got Samurai? Maybe Monk gives you more raid damage, but Samurai is like huge, big, like RDPS, like or not RDPS, ADPS class, which we'll put Samurai here. Samurai, I mean, I think you're good. Maybe we could put like a little bit of more sustain attacks on Samurai it for quality of life, but your damage is already good. I mean, you don't really need much. Maybe you could do like some cool stuff with like parrying, like a parry ability into an attack.
Fair
Uh
counter.
yeah, like a full
Problem
counter
is like you'd have
but
to fucking call it.
yeah, but
I
you're not
mean,
tanking, so it's like, that's kind of hard. Here, I you have an ability that you just commit seppuku just right on the battlefield, just just cuz I don't know, but I
we'll
would
come back to that. We'll come back to this like later on because
yeah, I feel like
in a couple of months I'll probably have been played both a lot of these classes.
yeah, I feel like samurai, like the only thing I could probably say is just maybe more attacks that just heal you
Oh shit! I need to
within your
buy
combo.
my subscription.
Ninja's I
Oh,
believe I would say Ninja's perfect. Like all you
Ninja's
really yeah,
fun.
all you really need is just the debuff and you're pretty much good. Like
The
you're
problem
in
with
your
Ninja is like there's so much shit that you just like sometimes you just get confused. No. No, I don't like about Ninja is that one, you have a lot of fire based abilities. Like you have like 5 or 6 abilities that are just fire based. Like I don't really like that shit. I think like you go back to our conversation earlier about how certain skills should come with certain skills.
Mhm.
Because if they don't, there's no point of me ever using fucking what the fuck? Let me go back to it real quick. There's no point of me ever using what the fuck is it, Hutton or Huton? for wind. Like there's no point of me ever using that shit because I don't need shadow I don't need shadow walker from it. Like it doesn't make much
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Like
maybe.
okay, I could use Hoton to get shadow walker to sacrifice to use into fucking uh Misu so I can get more fucking gauge so that I can use the fucking toad. But like at that point, I would just use fucking Katon and then you like bro, there's like way better than using Katon. And then Hyoton, the fucking ice damage, bind is just so weird. It's like you're never gonna use bind ever really. It's like it's just like these skills are really
So
like
so
good.
basically, what you would want is to buff the other ninjutsu,
Yeah, the other ninjutsu
but
one, I think in and of itself ninjutsus need to be different. Like they need to implement a system that lets you combine ninjutsus into each other to do bigger damage. Like Hoton, like Katon into Hoton should be a thing. You should be able to get like a fucking fire tornado. That'd be really fucking.
they should also give you a new Raiton ninjutsu so you can have lightning ninjutsu. That would be cool.
Did you have a rights on ninjutsu?
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Hey, you can cut on the lightning strike. It's literally
They,
called right on.
yeah, then yeah, I'd agree. Like you could, but I guess this is kind of like what I suggested with Monk of mixing in stuff for your combos. This would just be mixing stuff for your ninjutsu. Maybe you could just have ninjutsu that does specific things or gives specific debuffs or buffs.
They do.
But um,
Yeah, Haiton gets bind. Fucking Hyoton, which is the wind, gives Shadow Walker, which you can sacrifice with Misu to get to summon the Toad.
okay.
Daton gives heavy. Fucking Sultan gives Shadow like all these joints. Like a lot of these joints do give you debuffs and shit like that.
So basically, it's just
The debuffs suck. That's the point.
well, yeah,
Like
the debuffs are only for trash pulls. You're not gonna use any debuffs in a boss setting, so
they suck there too, bro. Who the fuck needs heavy? Heavy doesn't do anything. It just makes them slower.
mm.
It's not like
uh
slow,
then
which makes
maybe
them hit.
change then wouldn't that be broken if we changed heavy to slow?
That's why I told you fuck it a couple days ago. I was like, it'd be cool as fuck if they changed heavy to slow, but it'd be broken as shit because every single time that they like throughout the, so it's up for like 30 seconds. By the way, Dotson is up for 30 seconds. So the entirety of its existence being up, you'd get slow. Well, they'd get slow, and that pretty much is fuck. It would clear. It would clear like immediately. Like it would clear so fucking hard. You'd have to like nerf Dotson. And then at that point it can't be a dot anymore because Dothan is a dot.
Yeah,
But
okay. I guess, but I feel like if we were doing the mix and matching, I would rather that than ninja, but I could see it, but I don't know. For me, I feel like ninja just gets hard carried by their debuff, and that's pretty
yeah,
much.
that's why I don't. Okay, I was thinking about this shit. Yeah, I was thinking about this shit as well. Like ninja should have an ability that lets you target the joints of certain monsters or certain fucking enemies or whatever, and you're able to like if they swing like say you're fighting a human boss and you attack their right arm, any attack that comes from that side should be able to do like less damage or whatever. Because you're a ninja, you're a rogue, and like you're
I feel like that
like
would.
damaging.
I feel like that would be a little bit. That'd be kind of hard to implement. Oh, wait. You know, it'd be cool. Would be an ability or an attack that gives ninja extra money, like a thief attack, or we could say sleight of hand.
It
But
does. We already have that.
oh, hmm?
We have that. We have that.
Wait, really?
Doku Mori lets it so that if you kill somebody that has Doku Mori on them, or they get killed by Doku Mori, they get more loot from them. Like
Oh, oh,
you get
like
more of
more
their
go.
drops.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just more drops, not like more gil.
Oh, yeah, no,
But
no, it's not Gil, but it's like Gil drops and Gil
oh,
are pretty much the same fucking thing.
okay.
But it's no real differential because you can sell the drops for Gil. It's really only a gimmick, honestly. So it's like, isn't like too serious.
Or an ability. Well, nah, then that just kind of is doing a little bit of blue mage, just like an ability that just kind of takes one monster attack just to use on a smaller scale, but then we're
No,
getting into blue mage
you
territory.
should pretty much just have you should have Naruto shit. You should just be like, hey yo, like
Bust out the
you're like
Sharingan to copy an attack.
no. It's like you have an option to choose between like what disciple you want to be under. Do you want to be under the snake, the slug, or the toad? And each of these fucking these each of these three summons does something different, so they could combo with you. I think that'd be really cool.
Mm.
So like it's like okay, you summon the slug. It's like okay, well it does. It's like a little healer. It's on your shoulder and it does a little healing, and it also like reveals the weaknesses. Like
So
when it's up,
mm, so
it
basically
reveals the
have
weaknesses in them.
make ninja melee summoner. Got it.
I mean, no. Make Ninja Melee Summoner in the current Summoner. Summoner should be completely reworked so that the summons stay out on the field. Ninja should
Uh,
never stay on the field. Ninja Summon should never stay on the field. They should always
okay.
disappear.
All right. It's kind
It
of
should be. Ninja should be
same as
what.
tank. Same as tank. Have their summons just come and then disappear.
Yes, if I was going to do anything, I would pretty much make Tank do
Like Dark Knight.
no, do what Reaper has, where it's like you would be able to summon partial segments of your you be able to summon partial segments of your shadow, of your abyssal shadow, throughout like you use an ability, okay, like you use an ability and you summon like the arm of the fucking shadow, so it mimics your slash. It mimics your slash, and then like you summon the leg of your shadow, and it makes you move faster, stuff like that. Like all these things until you summon, and then whenever you want to summon the big body, it mimics all of your shit, like everything that you're doing, your movements,
Mm,
fucking your like it gives you a buff to your dent, like to your mitigation, stuff like that. Like it gives you all that.
mm.
I think that'd be cool. So instead of having more summons, it's just you're summoning parts of the shadow that you already have
I,
until you get to the big shadow.
I guess. But back to ninja.
But Ninja, no,
Do
no,
you
no, no,
have
no. Ninja's fine.
do you have like paper bombs as ninja?
That's what I was gonna say,
Oh,
bro. Ninja tools would be so fucking cool. You don't
yeah,
have those, bro.
yeah, ninja tools would be cool. Like, could you, I could imagine like bro. Wait a minute, ninja. You could put like a paper bomb similar to like wildfire, but instead of having like the timer that wildfire does, you could just put a bomb. You could put a paper bomb, and you could either like trigger it manually, or you could just use Cotton to combine with it to blow it
And it
up.
gives stun. Yeah, yeah, and it gives stun as well. So like you could
Oh,
like you be
that would kind of
incentivized
be broken.
nah, but no, because it's like on a 40-minute fucking cooldown, and you're
All right.
incentivized to leave it on the person.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I could fucks with it. I could fucks with it. Just kind of it's kind of like giving wildfire. But I'm trying to like actually I'll get to that in machinist. I'll get to that in machinist later. But yeah, I f's with that. I f's with that. Okay. Have a little bomb AoE stun. Uh I think that's okay, so that is oh, they don't have Viper in this one. Okay, that they don't have Viper and they don't have Pictomancer in this one. Okay.
Ectomancer is so interesting, but it's such a wasted concept. They don't really go much into the idea
It
of like
it just kind of
doing paints, doing pictures and stuff
yeah,
like that.
it feels like Black Mage Light.
Literally, sometimes where it's like, okay, it's like, why am I
Uh
mimicking fucking elements as a goddamn painter? I should be
ye-
summoning fucking like murals and shit and throwing them at people. I should be trapping monsters inside of like paintings and stuff like that. Like, I think that's like way more interesting as like
yeah.
a like a move set thing. Oh yeah, I mimic fireball. I mimic fucking rock throw. I mimic fucking spout. Like literally, that's all I'm doing. I'm literally just doing fucking mage spells instead of being my
It
own person.
And I mean, okay, so for Pictomancer, may I mean they have their own spells that differentiate them, but honestly, like when it comes to a gameplay standpoint, it really doesn't matter because everything does damage. Maybe we can give Pictomancer more like some things that can buff the team because if you're gonna do that low of damage, you need some utility to offset that. So maybe they should
Oh, I
go
don't.
more into a utility role for Pictomancer. Because here's the
Uh,
issue. If you go more towards DPS with Pictomancer, you suffer just being a more redundant black mage. And so therefore the only way we can really go is more utility. I don't know. Pictomancer is just really awkward. It feels like you're not really a real class.
and that's the
You're
problem.
just
It's like I don't. I'm really hesitant to make classes utility because it's like she's still doing damage. Like just because she
yeah.
does damage, she's not like she's like fucking middle of the pack or like fucking bottom tier of the damage. You giving her utility makes it so that she is now like really fucking viable depending on how much utility that you're trying to give her. Like what are you gonna do? Like what are you gonna say? Damage buff?
See, that's the thing. Like, maybe a damage buff, because that is the only thing. But I'm pretty sure they already have a damage buff. So,
They don't. But even if they did, that would be like you have to think about it when you think damage buff, you have to understand that they're just gonna get comboed with Ninja and fucking Astrologian. So if 40% of a 40% damage buff sounds fucking right to you, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
That's pretty much what you're telling me. It's like a
Oh,
40%
oh,
damage
no,
buff.
no, 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 no. I know what Pictomancer should do. So you know how Red Mage is like a healer, like a melee damage healer, right? So we make Pictomancer a shield, like a shield healer. Like they give shields, but they do damage. So
Red
they
Mage is a
like they
healer, like is a whatchamacallit first and a healer last. It has heals in its
yeah.
kit, but it's not a healer. It's like
Mm.
if you're healing as a red mage, it's like just like if I'm healing as a fucking as a tank, there's a severe problem. That's just like FYI. Like red mage has you. It can heal, and the fact that it can res in emergencies, but it shouldn't. Like like it just shouldn't be doing that because as people have said, like you're losing an OGC there. Like you're taking a DPS off of a DPS and trying to make it cover for a healer when a healer should just be strong enough to cover for its own weaknesses. So I mean that's like the biggest thing that needs to be like accounted for when you're making these classes is that it's not supposed to function like like a range physical. A range physical can have that because it has a damage drop off. It doesn't do as much damage. It's not intended to do that.
Hmm.
I talk too much. I need to go. I need some water.
You,
My
you
throat's
need some
dry.
need some water. Okay. Do we just go on break or do I just wait for you or do I load up the next thought bubble?
I have a water beside me.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I could think of for Pictomancer is just making it more of a shield version of Red Mage minus the is.
I think it should be. If I was going to think of anything for Pictomancer, I would want it to become a utility, but a not a support utility. A utility in the fact that its paintings do a variety of things, like you're able to trap monsters, like you're able to like literally paint on the spot, fucking dimensions that swallow monsters and throw them into like the void, like shit like that, like fucking paintings that you're able to paint out Like you're able to paint the fucking like the wall that you're in, but because you didn't add the monsters, they disappear from in front of you. Like that utility. Fucking utility. But in fact, no, you are right. Pictomancer does have a buff. It does have a damage buff. It buffs everybody. It buffs everybody's magic damage with its scenery. Fucking whatchamacallit. I completely fucking forgot. That bitch is on like a 20-minute cooldown though. Um, but yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. If you're not gonna buff the damage, um, that's what I want. Just like utility and in terms of fucking joy. But this goes back. This goes back to another thing that we had.
Mm-hmm.
The identities that these characters that these jobs get attached to are never fully explored. Astrologian, the tarot cards, fucking ninjas. Its ninjutsus are pretty. It's better
Oh,
than most, but it's
oh,
not
yo,
very good.
yo! I just, sorry for cutting you off. I just thought of something. Yo, why don't we just give Pictomancer the ability to like draw different buffs onto people? It's kind of like astrologian, but just kind
You
of
need to be
they have their
careful though,
own.
bro. Like once
Okay,
again,
yeah,
it's a
okay. I guess
damage
that's
class.
yeah,
You can't forget it is a damage class.
yeah. You're right. Pictomancer is just so
My
hard to balance. Pictomancer is just so hard to balance and come up with stuff.
It's
Uh,
not Pigment isn't hard to balance. It's the fact that it's a damage class that's hard to balance. Because
yeah.
you just can't balance out. You can't give a damage utility. You just can't. You give a damage utility, you make it prio.
All right. Well, Viper.
Ooh, I played a bit of
Viper just
Viper.
need
Viper's weird.
Viper just needs more abilities. like,
No, Viper doesn't need
okay.
more abilities. Viper has too many abilities. In fact,
Wait, I thought you said Vipers didn't really have a lot of abilities.
it doesn't have a lot of abilities in the sense that if you look at your hotbar, it has less abilities than you think. But all of its abilities change into other things. All of its abilities changes to other shit. Like its 1 2 3 combo changes it to like 6 other skills, like on top of each other. So I can't. Woo, I'm about to die. I can't really say that like it. I can't really say that it has no abilities, but I can't really say that it has because like it doesn't. It doesn't. What the fuck? I'm dead because my draft blue is winning. I mean, okay. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Back to the thing. If you look at Viper's shit, its entire like section of abilities that can't be put on hotbars is like this is like it's the exact it's like maybe half of its skills of its regular skills. So
Mm-hmm.
like Viper has like maybe 20 skills, 20 skills, like maybe a couple more, like 22 skills or 25 skills. It has like 15 skills that are just like can't be inside the hotbars. So if you add them up, if you add like the 25 plus the 15, you have like 40 skills right there.
Uh, I mean, I guess. I would say what would be cool because I saw this. This is not my idea, so I will not take credit for that. But I saw this through like forums and some Reddit posts. Like they thought what Viper should do is have like this little like snake spirit when they attack, and then they do like this poison dot. Uh. And they have like some attacks that like summon a snake spirit, and I thought that'd be really cool and lean into like a viper. Uh,
Yeah, I think it has the aesthetic right now with how fast it switches, its stance, it's the fact that it switches stances, the fact that it has the tool blades like the viper teeth. I think yeah, having an ability that literally summons a snake would be cool. I think it'll be purely aesthetic because you can't really make. Okay, matter of fact, no. If it was gonna have poison, it would have to be a poison that gets stronger the more times you attack.
oh,
So
but
it's
I
not a
feel
dot
like
dot. It's not a damage over time.
okay. My only issue with that is that sounds like a little bit broken, and it could be like there has to be a refresh pit. There has to be like some reset phase because
Yeah,
then you would just use Viper every time and you would just be stacking that dot constantly and be like, ha ha ha. Eventually you
it was,
are going to like take half of your health just off of one tick.
yeah, but it's not gonna be that strong. It's not gonna be that
Yeah,
strong. It's gonna be
okay.
like fucking. It's gonna be pretty fucking weak. and it's like it's gonna be. Matter of fact, well, it won't be like a. I
Dual,
mean,
I mean, dual swords is just like we said. Dual swords is just such a weird weapon choice because we already have ninja who specializes in dagger.
I'm honestly, I was thinking about that shit. I might actually get the fucking kunai for resistance. If I can change the color, I need to check and see if I can change the color. If I can change the color, I'll get the kunai. And then add them to my kit because like my drip is already like I'm getting pincered. I'm in danger. How did you kill me so fast? Holy shit! Fucking gunbreaker. But what the fuck? I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm up in the air. But Viper, Viper, yeah, it could use a spirit like a Viper spirit that comes out in its
Yeah,
attacks.
yeah,
Cool.
I think that would give it like at least a little bit of flavor in like some separation. I would set,
Separation.
yeah,
I'm about to say separation, and
yeah,
that's not a fucking
yeah,
word.
that's not a fucking word. Some separation from like ninja, but you just kind of feel like you're ninja light with
It'd be
Viper.
the first fucking DPS with a dot. It'd be the first DPS with a dot and a dot that does
First,
that that's not like damage over time. It's like its main damage is like calculated off of how many times you actually hit. How the fuck do I get out of here? I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't even care. Get fucked, yellow TV. This thing is crazy. This dude was that mad about yellow.
mm,
But
uh,
yeah. I'll think about that. No, I don't think Viper is aesthetically similar to Ninja, but they serve two different purposes. Ninja is a Ninja's a like a more utility based DPS in a sense because of the fact that its ninjutsus give debuffs, even if they're not very good. They give debuffs. It has and it has its Dokumori that gives plus damage. It gives bonus damage. While Viper, on the other hand, is a pure DPS, a very selfish DPS that focuses on swift, very fast, fluid stance switching motions.
yeah.
Um,
Okay. Ba. Let's
okay,
go.
so we've done tanks, we've done melee DPS.
And now it is time for we're gonna go magic DPS. Black Mage. I really don't think Black Mage needs a change, but you know, to
If
some
there's
to some
anything, I
people,
would.
people say it should get nerfed, but
If there was anything, no. Black Mage should stay the same. I think Black Mage in and of itself fits the archetype of a mage where it does the highest damage. I think if anything, I would say that it has a debuff where it can't fuck. Like it's just really slow. Like if it was gonna do anything, I'd just give it like a really slow buff. Like if I was gonna add anything, if I was gonna add anything, it'd be that. But just like a debuff to its fucking casting so that it's really slow. Or like I think I don't want to say like add. Yeah, no. I wouldn't make its spells last longer. I would just say like you're slow. Well, you can't be slow after you cast a fucking spell, and you can't
uh,
move while you cast a spell.
uh, wait. So you would punish Black Mage for that? Wait, what? I'm confused.
I would punish Black Mage for doing so much damage. So
I
I would make
mean,
it so that Black Mage has to
they have to stay. They have to stand in their ley lines just to really get the max damage. So I mean, they pick a spot and then they just chill there and just
yeah, but
start
like I would
casting.
okay, I would say while you're casting, every single time you cast, you get heavy plus like 20.
Whoa!
So that
That's
so that you're not able to
wild.
fucking so that no, it's not bad. It's not bad because you already can't move while you cast. but it's for when you're trying to what is it called, slip class or whatever. Um,
What? You
what the
mean
fuck is it called? Slip class.
slide
Yeah,
casting?
yeah, slide cast. When you're trying to slide cast while you're doing your animation, you have a 20% move speed debuff.
Oh, dude, oh, bro, that is toxic. Holy shit, that is
If I was gonna do
toxic.
anything to his class, because it has single handedly done the most damage, and like it has been the high damage for fucking forever. So it has to have some type of drawback. If I was ever gonna add anything to it, either that or revert it to when it was more complicated, so that most people can't really play it. You have to be
I
like really fucking good to get the most damage out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I second with reverting it to basically be really to basically being really complicated.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't really mind that it does the most damage. But I guess if it did the most damage while also being range, so it's like free, and if it was like an easy to use, easy to pick up class, then yeah, it would be a
Yep.
little bit. It'd be a little bit egregious, but all right. I mean, shit.
I'm spitting hot takes.
Yeah, that was a scalding hot take. Holy crap!
Lord, don't let the fucking fucking 14 fan base see this shit. Pulse, it will explode
Oh
in your
my
comment
god,
section.
bro! I could. It's like all the voices
Oh my gosh.
of millions of black mages all collectively synchronized in collective rage against this one idea.
Like,
It's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi is saying when the Death Star
uh,
when the Death Star blew up fucking Padme's homeworld. Oh my god, why can I not remember it right now? But you know what I'm talking about. Uh
this time I actually don't.
but homie just like I just felt all of the Black Mage players just cringe at that fucking idea. That
The
was so
collective souls of black mages
yeah.
when they hear this shit, and they just die a little inside.
Like hitting the Mordecai. Oh no, that's a little bit punishing. I wouldn't do that to Black Mages, but honestly, I think they're fine. Maybe you just give them traits to do like bigger spells eventually, but hey,
Mm-mm-mm.
that's Black Mages. Now we go on to Red Mage. Red Mage, I believe, is perfect in all. I like what? Maybe you give them a trait that increases the potency of Vercure, but the only issue with that is you have dual casts, so you're able to hit like two Vercures in like quick succession. But then again, you really don't do that because you're too busy focused on damage.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like the only thing I could think of from the top of my head, from the top of my dome piece. Maybe we could cuz you already get a trait like in your 90s that like ups your melee damage.
Yeah, I think it's fine where
Yeah,
it's at.
I definitely think it's fine where it's at cuz you really don't need any damage. Like your whole like bread and butter is your utility.
Mhm.
You get a lot of traits too. Like towards the ending, like towards like your last few levels up to level 100, you get a lot of traits that just boost your jolt. Like you have jolt 3, thunder 3, arrow 3, like just so much just so much combo potential. Scorch, like maybe do we even have like maybe I mean, like what? Do we give them a trait that just ups Verholy and Verflare to like Verholy 2, Verflare 2 and Scorch 2? Like do we do
This
that?
nigga.
I
Versus,
mean,
versus, let me get these niggas. Let me get these niggas damage on damage on damage.
what do we give him a trait that just gives him two charges of manification,
I mean, yeah.
or two charges of emboldenment? Like, it, like Red Mage's kit
Mm-mm-mm.
is just such a like a well thought out kit that's like one thing is kind of really hard trying to add to it, but sure, I guess we could give him like a second charge of like manification or a second charge of embolden. No, a second charge of embolden. Um that or maybe like Vercure plus just for higher healing. So you can be that off healer. That DPS that is like a third
You
magical, like a third caster, third melee, third healer.
you could do it. You could do it. You could. That is the like the very big statement here.
Or wait,
Is
yo,
you
hear me out.
could.
Hear me out. Hear me out. We give him Verraise plus, which halves the MP cost of resurrection.
No, you're crazy. You're crazy.
So you're just like dual cat, like jolt, raise, Vercure myself, raise, and just start raising everyone. Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah, bro, you're actually insane.
yeah. And then last but not least, actually last but very least, summoner. I changed that.
Summer's dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think about making summoner a very unique class is like adding the pet mechanic. The only issue is we're gonna get the Beastmaster class, but like I said, I do believe Beastmaster class is such a waste of time, such a waste of resources, a waste of
Mhm.
just space. Literally, all we had to do was just level up Blue Mage to level 100 and just make the Beastmaster mechanics just back to Summoner. Just make it to where Summoner just has like his own 1, 2, 3 combos for each of the summons, and then each of the summons just level up into bigger summons like Phoenix and Bahamut. Probably make the summons like do their own things. Garuda, that could just be single target damage, dots, Ifrit, AoE damage when you need AoE damage. Uh, AoE damage, maybe like some dashes too.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, hold on,
Uh,
hold on.
oh yeah, like the
I
Ifrit
think that
dash.
that
Oh,
that Ifrit and stuff like that should have
well, like
that
melee.
summoners abilities should apply like debuffs for like elements, like certain ones could apply could apply debuffs. Like Ifrit could apply Scorch, like what is it? What's his name? Rama. Your Rama could apply fucking I
But
can't.
that's
I would
if
say
we're
paralysis, but that's
gonna.
broken as fuck.
But that's if we were going to add Rama the rotation.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just kind of keeping it towards uh Titan
Titan
Ifrit Garuda. I mean
Titan could apply Quake
I
or heavy,
mean
heavy, heavy,
heavy.
heavy,
Like
heavy.
yeah, Titan would apply heavy, but also Titan would just be your summon that you would use to give yourself mitigations. Maybe Titan could be the AoE like dude, the AoE mitigation guy. Maybe his
What the fuck would
attacks
Garuda be?
Maybe his attacks could give you like shields. Garuda would just be single target like dot.
That's already what Ifrit is.
Oh. Then okay, Ifrit single target dot Garuda AoE. Maybe a little bit, maybe like some attacks that give you a little bit of like sustain healing, but definitely just kind of like that. Maybe you can also summon Garuda's plumes as one of the attacks too, just having like little traps for people to run
That'd be
into.
cool.
Uh, but do some creative stuff like that. Just have your pets out, and you could
Ooh,
just have.
ooh, it'd be so cool. Wait. It'd be so
All
fucking
right,
cool if you could summon Garuda and she would lay down her plumes, and then you could summon Titan afterwards, and he would fucking AoE like Kamehameha, whatever. Not Kame. He would AoE like tweak out, You would explode the plumes, and you'd get the fucking earthen attack as well. So you'd get two elemental attacks in the same second for AoE. That'd be crazy. I'm spitting. That's spit. That's crazy. That'd be crazy as fuck. Cause like instead of having to wait for fucking for people to fucking block your for enemies to blickies plumes, you just do it yourself.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think that's just my main overall thing with Summoner. Just bring back the pet mechanics, you know? Just make it like the pet class. Now,
Yeah, it's just,
don't make it like old Summoner where your pets can just like solo everything. Just make it to where like your pets just have like a damage rotation that gives you like different buffs or debuffs to the enemies. And then you can use it into your bigger summons like Phoenix that can heal you and do AoE damage, and Bahamut that just does crazy amounts of single target damage.
yeah.
Garuda should just be single target damage, maybe plume traps.
That was the problem with fucking Summoner. It was mainly just
Maybe
Titan, bro. It was just Titan,
maybe
honestly.
also give your movement abilities, tie your movement abilities to Garuda. Have her wind speeds you up. Ifrit does like, you know, your close range, like maybe some melee range spells while also applying dots from range and do stuff like that. And so like you're able to kind of be half melee, half range. I know you also have physics for healing and you also have a raise. Uh
The dog shit.
yeah, but hey, it is I
Just
don't know.
there for
I understand why you have it because you come from the same class that Scholar is with Arcanist. It just I don't know. I feel like the resurrection should have been tied to a summon, but that's just me. That's why I feel like all your spells should be tied to summons. And same with Scholar, but we'll get into that later.
nah, because you're still an whatchamacallit. You're still a Blicky. What the fuck are they called? You're still like an Arcanist at the end of the day. So it's like they can't tie all of your abilities to that.
Okay,
Pretty
okay,
much. Like,
fine. Since you're still an Arcanist and that's just kind of your leftovers for that. Those are just your leftover skills that you yourself can use on your own without your summons. But okay, let's get into Bard. You know, a wise man once told me,
this nigga.
you when you're doing something with Bard, you're doing nothing, and when you're doing nothing with Bard, you're just why are you even playing the game? Like why are you playing this class? This class is honestly dog. Like
Hey,
you
yeah.
only level up Bard to 50 just to use the instruments and that is it. Like it's so bad. And people who claim that Bard is good are just hard coping. Your raid DPS, like literally your buffs don't provide anything for your raid DPS. Like
Bard
you
could be
are
good. The
still
problem is they
bottom
won't give
2.
it dots.
Yeah, like
They won't give it good dots.
you have 2 dots. Like this is the quintessential dot class. You have 2 dots being Wind Eater and Poison Arrow. You have an ability that refreshes your dots. So but the main issue that they need to tackle with Bard is Bard you need to get your straight shot better. Like that 25% needs to be raised to like 50%.
Yeah.
Like either 33% to 50%. It needs a buff cuz it is so boring and the playstyle of Bard is so bad that you are just wailing with some of the weakest attacks ever, waiting for your strongest attacks that only show up once in a blue moon, and most of your damage is just dots. and your dots
I
even
mean,
don't do that much damage.
I think if they fixed the dots and just made it and kept it to be the quintessential fucking dot class, like I think if they made the dots do more damage and then they gave
Or
it
just
they
give
gave
you
it
another
Summoner's
dot.
old dots.
Or they just gave you another dot just to make up for the lack of damage on the other
Yeah,
two.
that and what Summoner had before, where you're able to reset your dots.
Well, they already
You're able
have
to
that.
reset the
They already have that.
where you can reset the timer of your all of your
Yeah.
dots.
Yeah. It's one of your
You can do
abilities.
that?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
do
you can do
that.
that then.
Yeah. But I mean, like, your damage is just so low on your basic combos. Like, it's just so bad. And especially like playing Bard. When I was playing Bard around like the earlier levels, it just felt like I did absolutely no damage. Like, people's
I mean, that's
health
gonna be my
bars,
next class. So
yeah, people's health bars just feel like they don't drop. Like, it's just, I don't know. For
I mean, I'll get
me,
to see.
I mean, for me, the biggest issue, like the biggest issue for me is they just need to make your straight shot, or like they need to give you Hawkeyes more frequently. That's just my big thing about it. Maybe give them or give Bard another dot to use for levels 100 to 10, from levels 100 to 100 to 10, 110, or I guess specifically 101 to 110. And I mean, the buffs are fine, like chaining your buffs into the arrows, but man, your buffs do feel very minuscule in a sense. I mean, like, and I feel like the only reason why you have more raid damage than Dancer is because Dancer only can apply like a buff to one person, while you can apply a buff to like the whole team for a little bit. But Dancer's
If there
buffs
was
at least
anything,
permanent.
if there was anything that I would ever do to Dancer, it would if they were ever gonna add that fucking kickball shit, I would give every single buff that kickball thing is gonna give. I would give it to Bard. I would give it to Bard. Bard needs that.
Bard, man.
Like if you're gonna pump the people up or whatever and make them happy or whatever, and then give them buffs like that it just needs to be
Maybe
one Bard first.
I just maybe you could give like AoE, like we can have an AoE dot too. Maybe that could be the new dot, is an AoE dot. Kind of similar to how you have Rain of Death. Maybe you could have like Poison Rain. So it's like
Ah, yeah.
like a poison arrow, like poison raining arrow that does less damage than rain uh that does less damage than Rain of Death, but gives it a dot. Uh I don't know, but then that's just kind of mixing G. Well, that way it doesn't overlap with poison. Like, yeah, it would reset poison, but you would just keep on using poison arrow because it would naturally do more damage than the AoE version. Uh, I think that would be interesting. Is just giving the dot versions of uh for AoEs. Because I mean that's kind of how Bard's kit is. Like, you have your single target arrows, and then you have literally the AoE versions of the single target arrows, and so you would naturally have rain. Um, like
I was gonna say you can give a vulnerability arrow, but that'd be kind of
nah, then you're just doing ninja stuff. So
fucking having him on
uh,
the team. Well, it's like, well,
I
you
mean, you
all.
used to. I mean, hey, hot take. Bring back the cast arrow for flaming arrow for Bard, but I don't know. Maybe we can rework flaming arrow because I think that's pretty cool. But yeah. Actually, just bring back flaming arrow and just give it scorch, so you just have a third dot. Like it, like just go all in. Just go all in on the dot class for Bard. I mean, that's pretty much how you're gonna have to make up most of your damage is from dots.
Yeah.
So do that, and then just make it to where you get Hawkeye a little bit more frequently. I think you're just Gucci. Like, your buffs are fine. Your buffs into your super huge arrow attack is fine because that's like your ultimate. Or maybe we could actually no. Have a trait that buffs your ultimate arrow into the flaming arrow, and then it does a huge amount of damage, and then has a scorch meter on the back end, so that way it's like it gives a third dot, but that way it's like a super dot. It's the dot you work
Okay.
up to with that. I think that would be the way to go about it with Bard.
Okay, like the regular arrow, and
Yeah.
then it would just be like they would slowly take damage. It'd be like a slow trickle of damage, and then like that arrow would cause something like scorch or whatever.
Yeah. Like like cuz with Bard, if you hit all of your songs, you get like this super damaging arrow. So we just have a trait that boosts the damage of that arrow and just turn it into flaming arrow, bringing back an old skill and an old attack and just reworking it into new life. That way you get a huge attack plus like a 5 second, or not a 5 second, or plus a like 10 to 20 second burn at the end that you can then stack it with what you would call it, your wind and your poison arrows, and then you can also use lockjaw to reset it, or like not lockjaw, but you could also use your like jaw trap, I forgot what the skill is, to reset the dots to keep them going. So that's how you get your damage. I mean, you're still gonna do low damage, but you make that up in dots, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe Bard will surpass Summoner doing this correctly. Next physical range, Dancer. I honestly think Dancer is perfect. You give a permanent buff. I mean, the only thing you could really do with Dancer is just give it more buffs. I mean, Dancer, you already are able to heal with it. You are able to give mitigations with it. You're able to give like a permanent attack boost with it. Obviously, it's only towards one person, so that's why the buffs are bigger. And I like the fact that Dancer plays that very supporty singular buff kind of playstyle. What other buffs could we think about giving Dancer? I would say movement speed buff. Maybe that's a little too crazy. I don't know.
We just lose.
What was
Okay,
that?
never did. Nothing. This fucking thing I'm in just fucked me over.
Oh,
Continue.
we could maybe make Dancer give like movement speed buffs to whoever their Dan's partnered on. We could probably make Dancer. I mean, I feel like upping critical damage should just be a Dragoon exclusive thing. Uh,
No. If there was anything, holy shit! I did not think. Are you fucking kidding me? If there was anything, I would say that Dragoon should lose that, and it should go to the
no,
to
no, no,
rain.
no, 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 no.
I mean,
That is
we're talking about a
literally that is
fucking damage
lit
class.
that is literally Dragoon's main that's literally what battle litany is. That's its main buff. So Dragoon being the only class that can buff critical hit damage, that's completely fair to him.
No, I'm saying like one. You have to think about the archetypes of these fucking classes in and of itself. The archetype of is this motherfucker gonna heal me? Like holy shit, this nigga doesn't heal,
Okay.
bro. Okay,
All right.
but the archetype of a healer, like a tank should just I have been hit 4 fucking times, bro. 4 fucking
This
times.
man's crashing out.
I am crashing out. The archetype of anybody that is not a healer or is less than is less than a fucking there's less than like a main DPS should never be to give a buff. It should just never be to give a buff. Just like as a whole. Like giving a buff in and of itself should always be something that is preserved for people who do less damage than main DPS.
I mean, Dragoon isn't really a main DPS class. It's a middle of the pack DPS. Like it's perfectly fine.
it's not how much damage output you have. It's the bracket that you are in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
The
it.
bracket that you are in is you are a you tanks do 2/3 the amount of damage that a fucking tank that a DPS will do.
Yeah.
In range DPS does less damage
Yes,
than
I know.
fucking melees.
I mean, you like you could have a buff that ups like critical damage. Like with Dancer, I feel like giving it any buff is pretty fair because you can only give that buff to one person. Hell, dude. Honestly, crazy idea. We give Dancer a way to resurrect people, but they can only resurrect the person that they are dance partnered.
What the fuck? No.
But 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 maybe that's a little too crazy.
You are obsessed. You are.
Maybe that's a little too crazy. I'm just kind of thinking about like stuff that we could just give Dancer just to just do their job better.
It
Maybe
should
maybe we could give
be
Dancer more movement.
no, because you don't need more movement. You're not moving that much. Honestly, the fucking matter of fact, no. Matter of fact, can you? Does Bard have a song? Does Bard have a song that gives movement speed?
I don't know.
Besides,
Don't
okay,
know. I
if
need
Bard doesn't
a
have a
I
song that
need
gives
a
movement speed because you can't use Peloton in raids
yeah,
actually.
no. Yeah. You
So
can't
you
use
need you need a
Peloton.
song that gives movement speed, or you could give it to Dancer. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
you could
you
give
could
it to
give
Dancer.
Dancer for like higher movement speed. I feel like that's fair.
But it's like having Peloton and a movement speed thing is kind of fucking stupid. I guess you can make it like a skill that does more than just movement speed. So like because there are certain times where it's like you're in like a big raid that a big open area and you want to get away from the
Oh no,
center.
no, no. I was about to say, yo, you have Dancer and they give like a buff that ups your GCD timers, like ups your skill speed or your spell speed, whichever order.
Mm,
Hey, bro, you
the
just put that
problem with
dance.
that,
You put that dance on Gunbreaker, and you just go to work with Gunbreaker.
just literally you're literally pulling out
you,
the arsenal, bro.
you just get to clapping, bro.
Nah, but it'd
Bro,
be
Dancer and Gunbreaker with that skill combination, bro. That's Dwayne Wade. That's Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, 2008 Miami Heat right there.
this nigga. I
Like,
mean, it would look cool. It would look cool, but
uh, yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know if that would
know.
be.
I don't think GCD. I don't think a GCD fucking bug would ever come soon. Like it'd be like I don't think any like that will come because like the fuck man, like the combination. Like okay, you get a
It would
GCD
get
buff,
crazy.
so you do more
Yeah.
damage. Then on top of that, the GCD buff is probably going to buff. It's probably going to make it so that your vulnerability fucking skills that you put on bosses are going to come up fast. That means that you're able to output more damage, like double the damage. No, in fact,
Mm,
not double the damage, like triple the damage in a fight. Like it'd just be pretty fucking crazy just
I
to
mean,
tackle one.
I like obviously Dancer gives a 15% mitigation damage mitigation. Maybe they could give shields to whoever's their dance partner. Maybe they already do it. I don't know. Again,
Mm,
Kiza's the
I don't
one.
think it should. I don't think it should ever like for me mitigation, shield, and heals are tank and healer respectively. It should never be your primary source of utility. Like if
I
you're
mean, Dancer already
you
heals.
yeah,
So,
it does heal, but is it its primary source of utility?
um, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it heals off of attack, but I see that's the thing. That's
But
something that I have to ask Kiza. I don't really think it's its primary. I don't think it's its primary source of utility, but it's like a dance move that they can do just to give utility because they can give you mitigations. They have a static 5% damage buff. So it just becomes all right. So you can heal, and when you heal, everyone else around that your dance partner also gets healed. So then I guess you could give maybe like a shield dance to your dance partner so they have a little bit of a shield. I'm trying to.
I would go. I would go far. This is the one time where I would be like, you just need a damage buff.
You already have
You just
damage
need
buff.
no,
You
no.
already
You
have a
just need an
damage.
out and out like 10% fucking.
So, oh my god. Okay,
Okay,
so
fucking crazy.
all right, all right, all right. So basically, we give a trait that buffs the dance partner passive or like skill from
Yeah,
5% to 10% damage buff.
but
Holy shit,
but
dog.
the only way that you're able to get the full 10 is by doing a rhythm game. If you fuck up the rhythm game, you lose the 10%.
Okay, maybe.
That that would be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Or just give another ability that just adds on or that just buffs your dance partner or buffs the dance. But yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah, that I mean that one's pretty crazy. And you're saying like the GCD thing was too crazy. Now that right
But
there
this
is fucking
because that
crazy.
you were talking about raid wide. I'm talking about one person.
No, no, I was not. I was not talking about raid wide. I'm talking
Oh, if you're not talking
about
about raid wide, then
yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
talking about one person. Like
Oh yeah,
dancers
then GCD.
buffs only target one person. The only thing that they do raid wide is heal. And that's if they're next to that one person that they are primarily healing.
Oh,
So
I think GCD would be cool.
I mean, it would be damn unique, bro. Like, hey, let me
Problem
give
is
you that
though,
GCD buff.
the problem is you have to like tailor some of your which
but
like your rotations around it, like having it up.
but
It
that
can
but
be a
that's
bit
but that's the
weird.
skill part. But that's the skill part of dancer.
No, not you. I'm talking about the other person.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, just have it to where like the GCDs are like what is like a 20-second buff or something like that. I mean, if you're in calm, I guess it's one of those things where that skill would be better if you're in comms, but I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm just saying like if you have it on you, you would have to be you would have to it would like open up like another layer of rotation where it's like okay you have this on you now you need to do an entirely different combo that structures around using this ability second late weaving this ability second so you can fit like five more abilities in and you just instead of there
not
like mixing matches and stuff
not
like that.
not necessarily. It could just be like, oh, okay, I have the buff and it's there and it gives me like a 20-second buff, right? So
Mm-hmm.
within that 20 seconds, I can now fit everything in my no mercy window. I can fit everything in whatever uh Dark Knight's window is or Warriors window, buffs window, uh or Paladins and just kind of basically go from there. So now you're able to fit more attacks or you're able to restart the first part of your opener combo just to get like more attacks in. I mean, I think that's fine, but that's pretty much like the only like major buff I could of giving Dancer. But other than that, I
Yeah,
think Dancer's
I think it'd be a unique buff as well because
yeah.
we haven't seen a GC
Yeah. And I
in the
feel like
game.
Dancer definitely like at least deserves that.
I think it does like if it's not gonna get damage.
Now, Dancer, now here's the only issue with the GCD buff. Then you're like also giving yourself the GCD buff because that's just how it works. Whatever buff
Oh,
you
a
give.
bad feedback loop.
It's not yeah, because then that's like the issue. Okay, so then you basically give yourself a feedback loop and then or maybe that one's just an exception buff that you can only
No. Make it
give.
really long. Make it like a minute 30 seconds. So it's like you get
Oh
the 20
yeah,
seconds
yeah,
on
yeah,
it and you get
yeah.
like the 80.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's
So,
fair. Um Machinist. Ah, Machinist. That a class I know very well. All right. Machinist is honestly in a really good spot. I mean, the only things I could really ask about Machinist is just like quality life. Like, okay, you could give us like a movement ability that just sends us back. So we're just doing damage. And then if we're just caught in an AoE circle, okay, we don't have to de-lock and then just run out, we could just do what Bard does. I believe Dancer also has a movement ability, and we could just dip out of there and dip back while keeping
Oh, it'd be
damage up.
cool. It'd be cool if you pulled out like a okay, and it shot and it fucking shot you backwards.
Yeah, something like that. I was also messing around, like, we have Full Metal Machinist where I just have like this huge arsenal. I was about to say it would be so funny if I just get another ultimate attack that just calls in like a gunship, just straight up,
Blew
just
you out. Fuck off.
but no,
If there's anything, I would add another skill where it's like once you summon the Automata Queen, she would go out, do her shit, and you could add like she would upgrade it to a second one where it would activate like a Tony Stark fucking Hulkbuster fucking care package from the air, and it would fly onto her, and she would evolve into a bigger fucking
yeah,
giant and do more
yeah.
damage. I think it'd be cool.
For machinist, I just would want movement, just a movement ability, and maybe another ability that changes wildfire into like a bigger explosion, like a more potent bomb that also maybe gives tick damage at the end. I was thinking of maybe something like it changes wildfire to kind of like this bioblaster bomb where you do damage to it and then it blows up, but then it gives like a dot, because that is the one thing that Machinist does not really have in its main rotation. The only dot it has is on Bioblaster, and you only use Bioblaster when you're like large pulling like 3 or more targets. And even then it's really not that great. I
I
mean,
mean,
oh
I think
yeah,
Mario is
that's
cool.
also another thing about Machinists. They definitely need to rework Flamethrower and Bioblaster. Those two attacks have like legitimately nothing. Like like you just don't use them. It's just better to use Spread Shot in your rotation. So
I mean,
I
in your
mean,
rotation to clear
yeah,
ads.
also not just that, we need a trait that ups auto crossbow, because auto crossbow also needs a buff. Like machinist is good at doing damage. It's just it just needs quality of life, because there's a lot of skills in machinist that I feel that just do not fit within your class anymore after a certain point. Like towards the lower um towards the lower like level 50 dungeons and so on, like, okay, auto crossbow is good to clear out waves. All right, after a certain time and you get up those levels and you're in like the 90s, then you're just spamming out spread shot. Okay, yes, but the thing is you're supposed to be using spread shot to up your gauge, to up your heat gauge, so then you can go hypercharge into an AoE attack with auto crossbow. But auto crossbow literally does less damage than spread shot, because auto crossbow doesn't get an upgrade. Meanwhile, each shot turns into blazing shot. So we need auto crossbow to turn into something else. Flamethrower also needs to do something like either charge up your. It's really hard because it's like you don't want to give too much tick. You don't want to give too much tick skills to machinists and just completely make Bard redundant. But then it's also like, okay, Wildfire, it doesn't really have a like a like Wildfire. I just think it just needs a buff to its like its damage potency on the explosion after like a bit. Okay, whatever.
No,
Uh,
it shouldn't have tick damage. Flamethrower shouldn't have tick damage. When
what
the longer you have the act,
I don't know. Maybe they should just make it to where you should be able to. Maybe you should make it to where you should move a little bit with flamethrower, or maybe they should just make it to where flamethrower just like you pull it out, it lasts like as long as bioblaster, but it does like really huge damage and it ups your heat gauge. But and that's like another thing, like bioblaster.
just make it do progressively more damage the longer it's out.
Yeah, yeah. But
You
then
don't want it to, you don't want it to be tick.
no, but then the issue becomes that makes spread shot and that makes auto crossbow, and in this hypothetical an auto crossbow buff completely redundant.
I mean, you
I don't
could. It's like
know.
auto crossbow, like a fuck
What?
issue.
It's your
I mean, I don't
hypercharge.
play.
It's your
No, no, no.
hypercharge.
I mean, like, is it a skill that you can like? Can auto crossbow become like a drone that you can throw in the air as you like do it?
No, that like if you're thinking of the drone in the air, you're thinking of your rook turret.
No, no, I'm saying like it could be. I'm saying it should become something like that. So it's like auto crossbow would
Um,
like where it's like you have so like you can do a skill while you have fucking flamethrower out.
if anything, they should have just made flamethrower the upgrade of auto crossbow. But
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there. They just need to upgrade auto crossbow and do something with flamethrower. Make it like make bioblaster charge your battery gauge, make flamethrower charge your heat gauge. Maybe give us another summon that's more AoE target than single target, like Autonoma Queen, and then give us a movement ability. But another summon, I really don't care. Autonoma Queen is perfectly fine. It's just mainly auto crossbow and then just mainly flamethrower. Bioblaster is fine. Like you eventually get 2 charges on that. And it does what it needs to do for like AoE clearing, because you could start with Bioblaster, put tick damage on the horde, and then just use spread shot up until you can hypercharge with auto crossbow. And again, this hypothetical with the auto crossbow buff or the new auto crossbow trait, but it's just flamethrower. I just don't really know what we do with flamethrower. Like, okay,
I
I don't
mean,
really want to give it tick damage. I do want to give it increased heat gauge, but at
make it
this
one-handed. Make it so that you're able to activate two skills at the same time. We have the flamethrower in your right hand,
nah, cuz
left hand.
the flamethrower animation spawns from your gun. It's not like a whole other thing. I mean,
That's what I mean. It's like you have the gun in
I
your left
heard
hand, and then you construct
no,
something with
I
your right hand.
heard I've saw an idea where you use flamethrower to ignite people who have the bioblaster debuff into like just a chain reaction explosion, and I think that's pretty cool. And
Pretty gnarly.
you just spread the fumes around. I think that's cool. It's just I don't know. Flamethrower is just one of those awkward skills that it just doesn't have a place, and I'm trying to figure out how to give it a place. But at the end of the day, it's like you run into two issues. One, either flamethrower is really strong and you use that to clear every horde, and therefore spread shot becomes redundant, and auto crossbow becomes redundant. Or you try to put it in like your AoE rotation, but your AoE rotation is literally just bioblaster, spread shot, spread shot, and then eventually if we get the level up for auto crossbow, you just hypercharge auto crossbow, do the rest of the damage that you need to do, and then like bam,
Or you could make it
the
so that
swipe.
it does that your spread shot does more damage based on from like two to four enemies, and then your bioblaster and your flamethrower do damage based on five to like infinity. Like the more enemies there are,
I guess
it
yeah.
makes a change reaction off of that.
It would also be cool to like give a buff to flamethrower to turn it from like a red flamethrower to a blue flamethrower. That'd be cool. Or like
Cool.
the longer you hold it out, it just eventually turns blue and hotter.
Yeah, it keeps getting hotter and harder, harder. It goes from like fucking red to blue to fucking purple to white or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
that's Machinist. That's all the DPS. The recap on this is just traits. Give a trait that does more damage for Reaper. Maybe give a little quality of life that allows you to have your stand out more, like your Reaper uh
mm,
cloak out.
um, I I guess you could do it
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
because I mean you literally do not that much damage. You do the least damage of the melee, so you could have something that just kind of tries to put you on par. For Dragoon, I mean maybe some more jumping attacks and like more movement. I mean Dragoon I feel like is a very unique class and you are able to buff people's crit boost, so it makes you valuable in that way. And I have really no complaints. You are a very unique class. Monk, I understand like a lot of people don't really think Monk is that unique. So the only things to really do with Monk is just make it to where you can mix and match like different attacks in your combo to then create attack. So you're just like a very free flowing DPS class. I definitely think for Samurai, you should be selfish, but you should also be able to have attacks that do a little bit of healing to yourself on the back end, just so you're able just to
Mm,
stay in the fight pretty long to output your damage. Ninja, you have a lot of movement. Have your ninjutsus combo off of other ninjutsus, have a paper bomb, maybe some ninja tools attacks here and there. Maybe some different summons depending on the different elements that you can work with. And other than that, like you're you have like a debuff that's just really fucking good. So Ninja's pretty good. I know Pictomancer and Viper aren't here, so the TLDR for Pictomancer, maybe turn it into a like give it some barrier or like some shield uh
nigga, it doesn't need that. It
buffs.
just needs to. It just needs to
Cause
be more utility with its fucking paintings. It needs to
yeah,
become an
that
actual fucking painter instead of just a fucking mage
it
that imitate. Or just a painter that imitates mages.
I mean that's the thing. It like Pictomancer needs something for them to do with their pictures, and I could see them like painting pictures to give buffs, not in the same way as Red Mage, but kind of in a similar own way where it's mainly focused on like shield buffs, like small shield buffs and like other utilities as a caster mage. Because other than that, like you're just Black Mage Light, and
I
that's
don't.
no
That's what
fun.
I'm saying. You should move away from elements. You should move more into the idea of I am able to do things with my paintings. I'm able to paint the canvas of where I'm at, and that sounds fucking crazy. You're able to paint the canvas of where I'm at and selectively remove fucking monsters from the screen. Like,
Okay,
are you
okay,
able to
but
selectively
here's
do
the issue.
certain shit like
Here's the
that?
issue with that. Like that literally wouldn't be a thing in a boss battle. So
Yeah, obviously, like that's your like your fucking AOE. You never use AOE in boss battles, or like you're able to paint like a fucking like how you do now. You paint a fucking like you could paint an oil slip on the floor and give them like a certain debuff, or you could
what
paint like a fucking
what
like an
in
actual
the
waterfall.
what in the Looney Tunes? Okay, uh,
I mean, that's what you should be. You should be a Looney Tunes character.
it,
Your entire class is that.
for
Like,
Viper, have Viper summon a snake spirit that passively poisons, and the poison can get stronger until like a reset period.
yeah, or it's like the boss mandatorily leaves. So like you obviously you'd fucking dot just resets
Black
after that. Like
Black Mage, make it more complicated, and make it a little bit harder to use.
they
Maybe
punish it for standing still.
okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna agree with that one. Yeah, just
That's
make it
just
a
nice,
little,
bro.
make it a little bit more complicated to use, or maybe make it to where like you need to stay in your ley lines
You already
for
do.
longer. I said for longer to give more of the benefit.
No, man. At that point, just give these motherfuckers a 20% fucking movement speed debuff. At that point, bro. While we doing fucking
The
foo
black,
shit.
a man's black mage hate will never die. Holy crap.
Ain't not nobody, bro. I'm speaking the truth. I'm
red
speaking truth power.
red mage just up give a trait that ups their Vercure healing. Maybe give Verholy 2, Verflare 2, and Scorch 2. And we just good. Just for a little bit extra damage. Summoner, pets,
That's need entirely reworked
yeah.
from ground up.
Yeah, summoner needs their entire rework so they can have their pets out,
Honestly,
or they can have their summons out as pets, and their pet and each summon has their own like skills that they do and that they specialize in. So then you can work towards summoning Phoenix or Bahamut. Uh, not Dan, Bard. Reworking your gigantic arrow back to flame arrow for a third dot, and just buffing Hawkeye to so you could
what
get
is
that,
darkness?
so that you could get that more. Dancer, maybe a GCD buff cooldown, or just more buffs to give. Dancer's just in a really good spot, really solid. Even if they do the least amount of damage in a raid setting, they still have a solid 5% more damage that you can just that's always permanent. So I feel like this 5% damage has way more of a utility than like Bard's uh Bard's DPS, or Bard's buffs, because Bard's buffs kind of like trail out really fast. Uh Otherwise, yeah, you don't really do much damage as Dancer. Maybe they could try to find a way to up the damage of Dancer a little bit. Machinist, try to rework Flamethrower, and definitely give a movement ability, and probably give a trait to, or just maybe give another trait to Wildfire to increase the damage. Other than that, like, Venus is amazing. Now onward to healers to wrap up this video, this long ass video.
Shit, it's still a
Astrologian.
long video.
Astrologian. Okay, well, maybe give Astrologian more cards.
No, yeah, I saw needs more cards that do unique things that make it a unique class instead of just giving it. They're just throwing all your four fucking abilities on one champion.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe we can have ooh, maybe a card that like this could be, because you have like you have Queen, you have like the Lady of Queen, or the Queen card and the King card, right? But maybe we can
yeah.
give healers like a cheat death card, where you could put that card on someone who's about to die and they just get resurrected, similar to Dark Knight or something like that.
Uh, e.
Like,
The problem is that card would have to be like really fuck.
oh
You'd have
yeah,
to.
yeah,
You'd have
that would be
to
on a
get that card. You'd
long
have to
cooldown.
re-implement. No, you have to re-implement the fucking the shit with the randomness where it used to have like it used to be like super random. You used to have random rolls.
Then maybe like those cards could have random rolls. One of them being like a cheat death card, and then the other being a maybe the other one being hmm, or just have it, or maybe just have it where uh you just get it after using like cards, and it just is a random chance, like a random chance card. I don't know, like. I just would like more cards with more effects for it. Like
It
other than
needs to do
that,
more.
yeah, other than that, Astrologian is like pretty much the best healing, like the
Yeah.
healer. You just have so much AoE healing out the wazoo, and some of your AoE healing does damage, and then you have basically the best RDPS because of your cards. Uh,
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
you're
This should give me
like,
Doom. Are you serious?
yeah, like you're just cooking. Like you were just extra
I know.
cooking with
It's because somebody, for some fucking reason, said they were going to give Astrologian like one of the easiest, while simultaneously giving them like the
I
most,
think
like actually
Astro.
like
I
the
no, I
buffs in the
think
games.
Astro's pretty complicated in a way because like to
It's
play
comp.
Astro, like to play,
Oh, what the fuck just happened to
you
me?
you have to do a lot of priming. You have to do a lot of priming with your skills. So it takes skill. It's probably the most skillful healer
Just got fucking touched.
in the hardest healer to learn. But yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. Pause. I
it's
think
if you say scholar,
it's
it's definitely not scholar.
no, it's not Scholar.
It
Scholar,
maybe
you can just
Sage.
you can put a
Maybe
skill on the motherfuckers and like
may,
forget about them.
maybe Sage would be the only thing that's more skillful than Astro,
The
but
problem with Astrologian is that the thing that makes it skilled is that it doesn't have really good single target healing. But if you're in a raid setting, it is probably the easiest fucking thing to ever use because you don't need to focus on one person. You just AoE heal a lot of the times, and then you're pretty much good. And then its cards are super fucking easy. If you're in a dungeon, probably like one.
you just cut out. Bad.
Oh, I did. My bad.
Yeah.
If you're running a dungeon with Astra, it's really hard. It's probably like it's up there. It's obviously way more ahead of fucking Scholar when it comes to dungeons and stuff like that with like a 4 stack. But if you're in an 8 stack and above, Astro is probably the easiest thing to run because it's just place 2 cards on 2 people. Everybody else, fuck off. I don't care. I'll give you guys all the cards. And then this is AoE heals. Like you're really not doing it.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could also give like Astro. Oh, dude, we can have Astro like a crit damage card and then like the cheat death card. And basically if that cheat death card doesn't pop off or doesn't pop off or get used before it or when it like times out, then
Mm-hmm.
it just blows up in like a huge heal, like single target heal.
Oh, you defy like okay, like you could be like defied fate or whatever.
Yeah, like a defied fate, because like that's the whole point. Like you have tarot cards, like you're supposed to defy fate. Like this is the only class that I would allow to have a resurrection ability besides raise, like a revive ability besides raise. That's not Dark Knight. Although Dark Knight would be for itself, and Astro would be like, okay, here I can either put the card on me, or and which would be actually a card you would use on yourself to prevent you from dying, so you can then get back to healing, or you'd be like, okay, one of my like he's going to die if I don't put this card on him, so here, or I'll just put this card on the tank because he's about to die. Like
Um,
moving to Scholar.
Scholar's
Again,
perfect.
this would be more of like, hey,
No,
bring back the
effect.
pets.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I was about to say that as well.
yeah,
Bring back the pets.
bring back the pets, but instead of them doing like attack cycle, like attack chains, like a summoner,
Let me
just
let me be
have
able to camp command it. Like I want to be able to
yeah,
fucking tell my I want to be able to tell my pet focus on just the tank. Don't heal anybody
yeah.
else. Just focus on the tank.
Yes, that's literally what he needs. And then just give the pets like the good healing or like the effects. Like you can have a pet where it's like, all right, I'm summoning my shield pet, and then you can swap to where it would be the Arrows Fairy, right? Or is it Carbuncle that
Um,
gives
no, 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 no,
shields?
no, 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 no. For scholar, all the pets are the same thing. It's just it's
Wait,
all
what?
glam.
Oh,
It's
the
all
pets are
glam.
glam. Okay, that's stupid. That's
Hmm.
stupid. You
The
sh-
difference, the thing with Scholar is that it has its initial pet, and then it has its Seraph, which is pretty much just like a fucking super pet that comes out it comes out
like
every 20 seconds.
I feel like the Seraph, which would be the equivalent of Bahamut, that should be like just a huge burst team heal. Carbuncle should be like, hey, I'm gonna put
Already
a
does.
laser. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying Carbuncle should be like a laser single target heal focus. And then the Seraph should be okay, I'm going to give people not Seraph, the arrows, the fairy should be like, hey, I'm gonna give people shields. Like,
You unironically just described what they already do.
yeah, but I know, but in a more controlled pet scenario, and then they
Oh,
can
like you can choose to
like
do
some
it or not.
yes, you could choose who they
Okay.
target, and then they have their own like healing abilities, like, hey, you could use like gal
I I don't think like okay, I don't think because Scholar isn't a summoner. Like it's just not. It's it's literally a branch of the Arcanist that has like one pet. It just has one pet that it uses as a healer in battle
but
that helps it control
I feel like you should
and
be
be a
able to I
tactician.
feel like you should be able to use both the carbuncle in the fairy at the same time.
I don't. I think I no. I like it the way it is. I like it the way it is. I think as a whole, like the Seraph and the Fae or whatever that you have it. I don't really know what everybody else has it, but the Seraph and the base fucking pet should just have more skills that have you interact more with your pet. Like if
Oh,
it had that,
okay.
I think that would be like enough for the character
All right. I accept that. Uh
because I don't
Actually,
think adding another one would be.
I'm gonna save White Mage for later. Sage. Honestly, I think Sage is okay. Maybe we can give it more
Oh, eight
attack.
man.
I think we could give Sage maybe more attacks that could proc like diagnosis, or deosis. Like you use your attacks to do damage in people. That's pretty much it. I mean that's all you're really doing with Sage is you're doing damage and healing people, and then just use Eucrasian prognosis and diagnosis just to give shields that also heal people when broken to either a single target or your team. And then you also put like the debuff, like the but like every healer class has a dot, so like you put your dot, but this one specializes in mainly exclusively shield. So I mean, I think it has its own identity, and that's fine. It just how many more shields can we really give Sage, you know? So I think they should probably
Yeah.
just focus more on like damaging attacks that also
Yeah.
like turn into healing that you can
Oh hell
control.
yeah. Like
Or
give it an ability that makes it so that you're able to attack faster.
yeah, and then maybe and then maybe make it to where like they can charge up their meter faster, like using the attacks that are like have
It has
these
like a beam
attacks.
attack, like
Yeah.
a Kamehameha.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Let's do that. Yes. Let's give Sage like this ultimate Kamehameha attack that like heals everyone in your line of sight.
Like
But
Mori
yeah, it heals
from
everyone in your line.
Overwatch.
Yeah, it heals
Whoa.
everyone in your line of sight. That and it does like a lot of damage to people.
Yeah, you
Yo,
literally
yo,
described the
yo.
what you call it from Overwatch.
Moira,
Yeah,
Moira,
Moira.
yeah, Moira,
You just-
yeah, fucking. You just summon it like your whole sage arms just kind of spin and then just combine into this huge laser cannon that just douche. Yes, that's what we
That's
need to
pretty
give
cool.
Sage. That's what we need to
Yeah.
give Sage. And last but very least, White Mage. For all you people playing White Mage, please swap to
Turn-
one of these
No, no, no,
three.
no, no. Turn into an angel. Just that's
Yeah,
where their ability
okay.
should be too.
Okay, so basically, let's make White Mage just Reaper, just White Mage. You get
Yeah,
you get
you
a
become
re
impossible to
you get an
eat.
angel stand. So instead of giving the angel stuff to Paladin, we're just gonna give the angel stuff to White Mage.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you that maybe you can have.
Entirely different fucking. Are they
Damn, I
pulling
mean,
it?
White
Okay.
Mage technically is the most damaging healing class because then you have your Lily. What do you do if you get your stand? What do they do? Give you passive heal like give you
No,
like
no,
a
no, no, no,
passive
no,
healing
no. There's no
for in.
stand. There's no stand. You become enshrouded, like Reaper.
Yeah, okay, so you become enshrouded, and if you become enshrouded before it, like, are you able to like give passive healing for people like next to you?
Yeah, you become. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't do any come, but you do passive healing to people who are next to you. But your main form is just straight damage. Like it's just straight damage.
Okay.
You're a biblically accurate fucking angel. Straight damage, just straight beaters. I think that'd be fucking. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because then it's like, you already have what? You're already in a way, um, or like, yeah, I would say either just straight damage or like you can have like one or two
No, I
abilities.
mean, you can't just go straight damage as the heal. You have to have like skills that do both healing and damage.
Yeah, it should literally change your entire hotbar. All your hotbar, like your entire fucking angelified or whatever. So it does like holy. Like when you're in her presence, she does holy.
Yeah. I mean, literally all white mage exists is just to run dungeons to holy spam stun things when
Yeah.
AoE. Other than that, like yeah, I agree. Let's just give it Enshroud Angel version. Gives you a passive, you heal when you walk next to people, and then we can like boost your healing to where you heal in damage at the same time. Other than that, I mean, like you already have dots with arrow and like, stone, so it's like already you do a pretty
If
dots.
there's anything super unlikely to be ever fucking proposed and ever done, it's I don't think that white mage has anything in his to do with angels.
What do you mean?
Like
They're
lore
like
wise, I don't think white mage has
they're
anything to do with.
priests. No, white mages are like priests.
Yeah, I thought they were shamans.
Well, yeah, kind of like that, but shamans are literally just nature priests. I mean, they
Yeah.
literally we in Thanalan, we go inside a church and there is a white mage in the church.
Oh yeah, I haven't done white mage quest in a minute.
Like and I think that's South Thanalan, like in Camp Drybones. Like there's a white mage literally next to the church in Camp Drybones. So
Yeah,
and remember like
seeing it.
we talked to her during the MSQs. So
I'm like, yeah, you're right.
so
Yeah,
like
it's feasible.
yeah, so it's like you should be an angel. It's just the question is what do we do after that? But hey, to wrap it up, uh Astro, just more cards, cards that cheat out life, and maybe cards that give you like a bunch of crit boost. These cards being random draws, similar to your
It
Lady
was
of Queen,
before.
like similar to Lady of Queens in your king
They're never gonna do that
cards.
though. I could have swore people bitched about it when it was happening.
Yeah,
When whatchamacallit used to be like that.
it's just for these, not your normal cards, not your normal cards, just for these. But other than that, yeah, your queens and king cards are also kind of the same, are also the same like that. So I don't know. Definitely something to do there, but I other than that, I think Astro's just in a really good spot. If anything, just give Astro just more cards to play around with for more buffs. Scholar, just pet, just
That shit. Sucks.
more control over pets.
Hmm.
That's pretty much it. Other than that, Scholar is good. Nothing really bad to say about Scholar. Sage, give it the Kamehameha laser that does damage and heals. It's just Sage just needs more damaging attacks that heal at the same time. I think their shields are really good, and I don't really know how we're just gonna give Sage more shields on top of more shields. I think that just kind of gets a little too much. And then White Mage, we just give White Mage and Shroud that turns themselves into an angel, opposite of Reaper's Grim Reaper Shroud. So and it gives them a passive buff where when you're next to people, they heal over time. They regenerate over time as long as they're next to you. All that being said, that is what we would like to see in 8.0 in the changes to make the classes to make the classes feel more, I guess, unique from each other. I
Holy
know,
wish list.
yeah, this is the holy wish list. But with all that being said, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you would like to see. And peace out, all my fellow weebs and weebettes.